All right, people. All right, people. I think we're good. I think we should be okay now, right? I think we should be okay. Let me know if we're okay, people. Let me know if we're okay. Let me know if we're. I think the CPU should drop off a bit. I think we should be back up and running now. Let me see. Let me see if we're back up and running. We should be ready. I think we should be ready now, people. I think we should be at least a bit better now. I think we should be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know. CPU still up. Let me know if we're a little bit better, people. Let me know if we're a little bit. Yo, Hazard, is my stream still freezing up? Let me know if the stream still a freeze up. Let me know if the stream still freezing up because I made some adjustments here. Let me know if my stream is still freezing up. It look like I'm still freezing, man. Am I still okay? I'm not freezing right now. All right, good, 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 good. I think what happened, people. No, it's all right. I think what happened, the chroma key was on, and it's trying to pick up the green screen, and there is no green screen on. So that's what I think went on. That's what happened, people. Yeah, yeah. You're back in action. Back up and running. Wait, people. May I have something for you. We have something for you now. This we have to give the JFF today. Them have to get couple lashes today, no people. We're back up and running. We're back up. We say sports prophecy back up and running. Are we back up and running, people? Are we back up and running? We should be starting to click right now. Welcome back, people. It took me a while to get this thing sorted out, but the thing not 100 yet, but we're gonna get there. We're going to get there. I promise you. I promise you. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, people. We're gonna get there. I promise you that we're gonna get there. Blaze them. Yeah, man. The belt out tonight, you know, man. The belt out, you know, man. The belt, the belt out tonight, you know, man. The belt they are for the, the belt they are for them people. The belt they are for them people. The belt they are for them people. The belt they are for them. I'm just tuning in, guys, and I'm just getting this thing set. Haven't done a stream in a long time, and it's about time we get it right, man. But my computer, yeah, something was just freezing out hell, man. Something still act up, but we're gonna get this going very soon. I promise you. We're gonna get this thing going very soon here. We're gonna get this thing going very soon. We're gonna get this thing going very soon. I just have to blast this out, and then we just get the show going. All right. Yeah, even my WhatsApp, everything is like on my computer is just um going crazy. Everything on my computer is going crazy. So let me just log out of this thing here. Yeah. All right. I see that my CPU is dropping. I see that my CPU is dropping. All the things set, people. All the things set. Let me know all the things set, no man. Let me know all the things set. Let me know all the things set, people. Let me know all the things set. Let me just put my Discord link in the chat so people can join. All right, Jamaica versus Guatemala. That should be a big matchup, people. Is everything clicking still, guys? Let me know, cause the thing not 100, you know. I don't know. The thing is not 100 right now. It's not 100, but let me know. Let me know if everything is up and clicking, people. My CPU is going up and down all over the place. Let me know, people. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know how the thing set. Let me know how the thing set, people. Am I still freezing up? I'm not seeing any comments. Am I still freezing up, people? It good, man. Start the thing. All right. It good. Yes, people. This is the dream matchup, people. This is the dream matchup. This is the dream matchup, people. This is the matchup that we wanted. Jamaica versus Guatemala. But first, let me talk a little bit about Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood should be back in training today, people. Mason Greenwood should have been back in training today at Manchester United. So it seems like he's not there. But we have to look at Mason Greenwood as potentially a future striker for Jamaica. Is he going to take that call? I think Mason Greenwood probably is going to go to Italy or one of those places first. I strongly believe Mason Greenwood is going to go to Italy first. I think he needs to go to Italy, play some football, and build up that buzz and let England start calling back for Mason Greenwood. I think that's the move for him. Said no if he play them Monday, said them no. Did Mason Greenwood actually came out and said he doesn't want to play for Jamaica? I don't think so. I think he said he wasn't ready to make that decision. Big up everybody in the comment section. I love all the people that comment step on the screen. And you see me, I say, I don't have to worry about reading comments over and over again. I don't have to worry about reading the comments. Everything should be up and clicking today. You see me, I worked hard on getting this thing set up to provide a good show for you guys. Yes, to provide an amazing show for you guys today. So hopefully everything is up and running. Him come man, him just a deal with them club side things. Yeah, I think he has to deal with what's going on in the club. And then, but to me, Mason Greenwood should be that future striker for Jamaica, people. Mason Greenwood should be that future striker for Jamaica. I think he's because if you look at our strikers, but I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm excited, people. This is the matchup. This is the dream matchup. We don't care if Guatemala have 1 million people in the stadium. You see me, I say Mason Greenwood don't have England career. I know he's not. Listen, the streamer click again, people. Me see the CPU a drop. And JT is here tonight. Me leg on the road for a couple nights because we never bleach too hard. We never bleach. Oh, yes, sports prophecy. How the thing sound so clean. Oh, God, man. Thing clean like whistle, man. And we have the whip on side for the J. We have the whip for the JFF. A lashing for the JFF. We have the lashing for the JFF. But people, I'm going to get it together. Let me take a sip of white wine. All right. Let me take a sip of the Chardonnay here. Take a little sip of the Chardonnay, yeah? And rev up the thing, people. I've been taking a break. I took a little break, folks. I took a little break. And I got to watch I watched the Guatemala game today. Again, I watched the Guatemala game today. Guys, we can beat these people. I know they're going to have a lot of people in the stadium, but guess what? We're going to be in the stadium. Jamaica is going to be outside as well. They're going to be in the stadium. You see me, I say? We're going to be in the stadium as well. We don't care if it's 1 million Guatemalan circle the border. We're going to be there as well, people. We're going to be there. I promise you. So we don't care who want to be in the stadium. We don't care who want to be in the stadium, but we're going to be there. And I'm going to tell you how we can beat this Guatemala team, because it's very possible that we can beat this Guatemala team. I saw how Guadeloupe play them people. I saw how Guadeloupe play that Guatemala team, and the way to play them, I think Mikel Antonio is going to be a handful for this Guatemalan team. I think they're going to be so distracted by Mikel Antonio and the man himself, Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray. We got Demarai Gray, people. We got Demarai Gray. We got Demarai Gray. And we got Mikel Antonio. Looking at the strikers from Guadeloupe was causing a lot of problems for them. And the strikers from Guadeloupe were quite physical. But I think Mikel Antonio is way more physical. Belt buckle, we are give. Belt buckle, we are give Guatemala. Hey JT, can you let me know how Jamaica qualify for Copa? Oh, Jamaica is, I think the Copa qualification, I think the team that wins the Gold Cup automatically qualifies for the Copa America too, you know. I think so. I think the team that wins the Gold Cup qualify for Guatemala. People, like up the video. Like up the video. Make the people them know so the stream clicking. Is anybody else live? Because there should be more people on the live, you know. I don't know. It's because the thing flop out early on. People who can't stop ball no. JT Jopper. EQ on the sound effects. Yeah, man, the sound effects sound clean, you know, man. Sound effects sound clean, you know, man. Yeah, man, like up the video, people. 75 of us on the stream. Come on, like up. A long time JT no touch the road. You know, show me some love. I'll show the sports prophecy. It's a new look, new graphics. You see me, so we are trying to get the thing professional. You see me, we want to get the stream them clean. We want to get you see how them man there England and do the thing. Some professional thing, so we want to get our thing them up to them level there. Next thing I need to do is buy a Black Magic camera. I want to buy a Black Magic camera so I can shoot different angles. I promise you, people, we're going to get the thing up to standard. I'm working on my graphics today. I put in some work on the graphics. As you can see, the SPTV, Sports Prophecy TV, and the news thing. You see me, I say, and we have a little stroll going on down there, and we have the commenters on the screen. It seems like I didn't pin the. Okay, let me pin the Discord. Let me pin the Discord in case somebody wants to jump on the Discord. Then we should be ready to go as well. But yeah, let's. I'm still all over the place, people. Let me just rein it back in a little bit. So, Mason Greenwood, as I said, Mason Greenwood, Manchester United is in a little. I think they don't want to cut the player because he's a quality player. I think what Manchester United is planning on doing is let Mason Greenwood maybe go to Italy or Germany, and then when he start tearing up the league, them say forward again, Greenwood, forward. I think that's what they're going to do. England, however, I think it's going to be a difficult road ahead for him. So that's why I think Jamaica, by 2026, Mason Greenwood will have to make a decision on his career. Mason Greenwood will have to decide if he wants to play for Jamaica because England is not going to call him. You see what I say? England is not going to call him, so he's going to have to decide. People, we only have 25 likes on the video. That's why the video now jump out the people. Come on now, people, man. 25 likes and a 80 a winner, people. Come on, people. Come on. No, sort out the thing, people. Please and thanks. I could just sort out the thing, no, man. We can't have 20 likes on the video. Sorry for the inconvenience. My thing did a bit shaky the way all the stream started off, but we're up and running right now. Let me just wait till you guys put some likes on the video. Put a few likes on the video, people. Put a few likes on the video so we can get the stream out there and get the notification to the people who needs to know that we are live. We still only have 20 likes on the video, man. We're joking, man. We're joking, fam. We're joking. I agree. We win the Gold Cup. We qualify for the Copa America. So, yeah, I still, as I said, why I'm talking about Mason Greenwood, I'm looking at our strikers. And if Mikel Antonio disappears, we don't have that threat up front. as yet. But what's the young youth now? Kenan, the youth where Omari Hutchins was scouting him. He went to he's going to Arsenal. He said that his mom is involved in the process and they're trying to get that thing sorted out. So properly, let's get that kid involved. Let's get him ready. Tyler Roberts went to Doncaster Rovers as well, so he's gonna be playing some first team football. That's exciting. That's very exciting. Be yourself, JT, not Ryan LFC. Ryan is the boss, JT. I don't understand. What do you mean? Am I being people? Let me know. Am I being Ryan right now? I don't know. Am I being Ryan? I don't understand what you're talking about, Chris Smith. Tell me so I can stop doing it. I don't know what. Am I being Ryan on the stream right now? Think we play with Guatemala. Just inform the players that they score. Please celebrate in the center of the field. They're gonna throw missiles. JT, Jamaica need to close down both wings and need to close down both wing. Guatemala top of the box, Jamaica to do they will. If we win the Gold Cup, Mr. United top 4 Concacaf team. Yes, people, let me know. Am I being Ryan on the stream right now? Cause I don't know. JT, you sound like Ryan, brother. Oh shoot. All right. I need to change my tone. I need to change my tone. All right, man. Okay, man. All right. I need to change it up. I don't know. I'm being myself, bro. Maybe being over at Ryan channel for so long, a little bit of Ryan thing rub off for me. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the thing start over Ryan channel. So I don't know. You're going to pick up things from people subconsciously without knowing. But I think the JT will arrive at some point. Where is the link? The link is there. The link is Discord, Mikey. It's the Discord link there. I must see likes them boy. Oh, the likes button is the likes button. Okay, god damn. Yo, the link is there, Mikey Ballin. In the Discord link is there. The Discord link is there, and as soon as you jump on, I will. As soon as you log on, I'll be alerted. No. What we need to do is, this is a team. For me, this is the dream matchup, people. This is the dream matchup. I'm all over the place right now. I'm all over the place. One love, Chris Smith. I'm all over the place. I think of the likes them at about. Okay, the likes. But people, we need to have weird, you know? Like, yo, people. Yo, yeah, what? Because when the likes hit on the video get pushed out. You see me? I say, so I want to have a long stream tonight. Because you see how the thing start off shaking. My OBS did I give me a problem. I'm here to talk football. I spent my day after work watching the game today. I spent my day after work watching Guatemala play today. Yeah, man, the link is there, Mikey Ballin. So you're supposed to be able to hop on to the Discord. So if you just click the link is pinned. The Discord link is pinned here, I think. I think the Discord link is pinned there. You know where sounds like JT, like Ryan, different, everyone. Yeah. JT about football now, please. All right. Yeah, man. No more. Yeah, I want to get into the football. But I've been just, my thing did just start off shaky. Forgive me, people. I spent the day working on some things with the system and I should be up and running. No, this is the dream matchup for me, people. Jamaica versus Guatemala. 1 million Guatemalans in the stadium. Now is when the little but with Talawa effects kicks in. This is it, people. We have the perfect chance to segue into the quarterfinals. We have the opportunity now to spank Guatemala, people. We have the opportunity to give them a spanking, people. May I tell you, we have the opportunities. They are not that great. However, they are very persistent. If Jamaica scores on them, We can't take our foot off the gas. And guess what? This press conference, Coach Hymar, JT will be in the next press conference. Coach Hymar, JT will be there. JT will be in the next press conference. I promise you that. Coach. Let me just make sure everything is clicking here, man. Cause I want my mic sound right now. Everything for your click tonight. I don't want no mishaps. And you see me, I say the basement. You see how the basement light up, people? We light up the basement tonight. We not go with the green screen. We just tell the people so we coming at you. Gold Cup style. We're in the quarterfinals. We have to change it up. It's a new look. Jamaica is finally in the quarterfinals. Shout out to Coach Hymar Hallgrimson as well, because this is an important tournament. And I can see this. So we have to basically we have to keep our heads down. You see what I say? Mikey Ballin, the link is pinned, brother. Just look up at the top where it says pinned. The link is pinned. The Discord link is pinned, Mikey. The Discord link is pinned in the comment section. Just look up at the top, my brother. Just look up at the top. The link is pinned. I don't know what you're saying, Mikey. Oh my God, man. Not again. The link is pinned, man. Look, Mikey, Jesus Christ. Come like me have to come put it on your phone for you, brother. Me drop the link again, Mikey. Mikey, just look good now, man. I nobody distract the show again. Please and thanks. Work with me now, man. We there have to talk some football today, man. Mikey, work with me now, man. Jamaica 3, Guatemala 1. Okay. Mikey Ballin, you're in the building, right? Can you hear me? Are you hearing me, Mikey? Jesus Christ. Mikey Ballin over the background of play people. Hold on. Mikey, can you hear me?
Yeah, real low. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you perfect.
Okay, well, you see, you just did it properly now because the other ones wasn't working.
Okay. But are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah, I hear it clearly. Yeah.
Okay, that's what. Yes, Mikey, we couldn't wish for a better setup right now. Thank you again to Lorenzo for the super chat. We couldn't wish for a better matchup. I didn't want to play Guadeloupe. The reason why I didn't want to play Guadeloupe is I didn't want them. You know the person in your community where you know you're not a bad man, but him see you a road and want style you. Me feel say them Guadeloupe you they would have want style with on a Caribbean level. Me feel say them would have come with a different energy for play with hard.
Yes, I think Guatemala is a better matchup for Jamaica. Because again, we have the speed on the wings. They don't look so speedy to me.
No.
Mikel Antonio going to hustle them.
Yeah.
I think with Bobby Reed, Bailey, and Gray, and Mikel up top, we're going to hustle them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As long as Lambert and Latwadier play them same way they must been playing all along. Them continue that route, then we should win this game by at least 2 to 3 clear goals. That's what I think.
Yes.
I don't think that Blake will get a lot of work. That is my opinion. Based on what I saw in the game against Guadeloupe.
I think Blake is gonna work. I think Blake is gonna have to work because why I think Blake is gonna have to work is Jamaica has the tendency of lapsing in the game, even if the opponent is weaker.
But that you think you see, you're going back in the way past. It's a different, complete team, my friend.
No, but we saw that in the first round, Mikey. I'm just
with
putting
who?
it all.
With who?
No.
With who? Which team?
All
Tell
three.
me.
Let me tell
the
you.
US.
The US game, the Trinidad game, when they came back and scored, we broke down mentally in the 70th minute.
Listen. If you play 90 minutes of football,
yeah,
and the other team will try to score, So if a team score 1 goal on your brethren, that means that the whole defense break. Goal
I'm not talking about the goal, Mikey. I'm not talking about the goal. The goal that they scored, our defender played that very well.
How many saves did Blake have to make in that game?
He didn't have to make a lot. But this is a different
Therefore,
opponent, Mikey. Mikey, we are talking about a different opponent now, Mikey
listen,
Baldwin.
listen.
Different opponent,
The
you
way
know.
they play Guatemala where they play Guadeloupe. If they play Guadeloupe, see me like them play us like that. We're gonna beat them. Give them come forward, you know. We're gonna beat them on the counter attack.
But don't you
So
think
they're gonna be
like
on the
how
back
we are
foot.
improved, them are improved too?
Yes, they improve, but we step up above them right now.
Let me just say this, people. Let me just say this. I think Jamaica will win the game, but I'm also pointing out areas that where we can lose the game. And where we can lose the game is breaking down mentally. I saw that where they hit Guadeloupe a few times very quickly, where Guadeloupe kind of lapsed and just took their foot off the gas. And that's what I'm trying to say. They seem like a team that can get 1 or 2 goals very quickly, and they're going to have the crowd behind them. So what I'm trying to say is we cannot lapse in this game mentally.
No, you can't lapse in any game mentally. Any game.
Certain games, you can lapse in a game against St. Kitts and still win the game based on quality. What I'm saying, Mikey, is this is a team where the focus has to be there from minute 1 in this game. Because what I've seen with this team, they're resilient as well. They're not going to be easy to break down. They're not going to be easy to break down, people. Let me let you know this. But I think what's going to happen to them is they're going to be so distracted by Mikel Antonio based on his size and Demarai Gray. I think this is a game.
Why keep leaving out Bailey? Bailey is one. If you count, if you look at Jamaica squad right now, what's played, Bailey is the top 4 best players right.
I need another good game from Bailey, Mikey. I need another good game from Bailey. I need another good game from Bailey so I can say.
Stop being unfair to Bailey. The man played 2 good games in a row, or 3 good games in a row.
Opponent, Mikey, where you tell me, say Mikey? Come on.
Come on. The man have assist in the first game. He have assist in the second game. No. He have an assist. Wait a second. What the first goal they got again? No. I never even scored the ball. So he have assist in the second game. He have assist in the third game. He have a goal in the second game. The man been playing well, brethren. Apart from missing the penalty, I miss that on a open 2 shots, 2 goals in the Trinidad game, brethren. Apart from that, the man been playing good. So put him on the list.
No, this is for me. Bailey is a question mark for me. In most games.
No. Bailey take the pressure off of Gray while Gray take the pressure off of Bailey. That's because Gray's here, Bailey's playing much better. Because I don't think him have to do that much now.
All right, so Mikey, hold on, Mikey.
Brethren, listen, if Toby see a car accident, we're gonna see it different.
Let me just get the fans them in there. Mikey, let me get the fans them opinion in there as well. People, let me know if I'm looking at this wrong. What I'm saying is, I want Bailey to give me another good game where I can say Bailey is over that hump and he's
so how much good game Bailey gives
against quality opponent.
In this tournament,
he only played 1 quality opponent in this, and it was his worst game. It was against the USA.
So hold on. So wait a second now. So why Gray play only 1 quality opponent, and you put him up there?
No, because Gray was new to the team and he still came out.
No, Bridget, that is unfair, Bridget.
Somebody else joined the stream because somebody else have got to deal with Mikey. Me alone can't deal with Mikey Balling tonight. Up Marcus in the building. Big up yourself. Marcus and them people, they always here. Marlon Nelson. Guadeloupe score goals. Guatemala could have gotten 6 goals. Marlon, me love how you talk football. Like,
that is why I tell you that Jamaica going to beat them, because Guatemala can't match up with the Jamaica forward. That's the first thing I say. They can't keep up with the front 4.
Ames, jump on the stream. The thing in the chat. Let me drop the discard again.
Drop the right one again. The last time drop the 2 wrong one.
Let me drop the discard again. Cause Mikey has said the discard were up there.
No, the first two. The last one he said was the best one.
All right, let me remove the first discard. Let me pin the discard again. replace pin. All right, me pin the discard again. What I'm saying, if you're seeing that Guatemala game, I'm talking about quality. The Trinidad game is a practice match.
Brethren, listen to me. If Guadeloupe take all them chances, the score is like 7-3.
To Guadeloupe?
Yes. Watch the game again.
Let me see what Marlon say.
Chance Guadeloupe
JT, Guadeloupe scored the goals. Guatemala could have gotten 6. Yeah.
No, which game you see?
But I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think the game was I think Guadeloupe.
You try build up a hype to make people worry about the game.
No, I think people should be. I think people should be worried about the game. I think people should be worried about the game. It's a quality opponent. You're looking too far ahead. Mikey Ballin. Today they were talking about that game that Guatemala. I think they drew with the United States. Either the United States or Canada.
Yes, in Guatemala. It was in Guatemala in the World Cup way back when.
I think
that's a home game when you can't, right? When the winger them have to stay inside and they got too close to the touchline, them get stoned by backland, all kind of cup and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to win a game of Guatemala.
Yeah, this game probably I'll get called off if we don't mind.
Yeah, even if Brazil go to Guatemala, then me can't beat them. Because Brazil might play within the 18-yard box. You know, right up the 18-yard. You understand me? You can't go on the touchline.
Yeah. What I'm saying, people, I know that Bailey, the last game Bailey played was his best game for me. The last game Leon Bailey played was his best game.
Right? Play good in Trinidad game?
Yeah, he played okay. Man,
you're harsh, brethren. You're harsh.
He played, and I'm looking at quality. I'm looking at the quality of the opponent as well.
Brethren, anybody, but you remember something, you know, Jamaica is in Concacaf. They only can play the opponent that face them. They're not in South America. They're not in Europe. They're not in Africa.
Somebody has joined. Eames.
Good.
Eames, talk to Mikey Ball in the film. Talk to Mikey, please.
Talk to Taylor.
But while on JT, let's up Mikey Ball. You know, say I kind of side with Mikey Ball in that sense. So
Thank you very much.
I have to be fair in our analysis, you know.
Yeah.
You know that, JT.
Thank you very much.
Look at the opposition that we've been playing. Look at all the players. Are the same players. The Mari Gray play the same Trinidad, the same Saint Kitts, the same
exactly.
USA.
The Mari Gray hasn't even fired the way that we need the Mari Gray to fire. He looks a bit casual as well.
No, you move the goalpost.
Oh my God, people!
Stop it!
Oh my
Stop move the
God.
goalpost.
What?
Don't put the goalpost on 120-yard line.
Oh my God, man!
JT, mind make the people them say have agenda against Bailey, you know.
Say me have an agenda against Bailey?
Mind the people them say that.
But I gave Bailey the man of the match for the last game. Bailey was the man. I gave Bailey the man of the match for the last game.
But your assessment at the moment is the fear that we are trying to find out.
No, I'm saying I need a performance that from Bailey in the last game against a quality opponent. Against a quality opponent.
Bailey, I mean JT. You know if you do, call the next man. Make a next man come pan line and see what happens again. It's the same thing that reach you. You the next man pan line.
No, I think. Let me just rein it back in. People. This is what I'm trying to say. Bailey has gotten the memo. We get that. He has improved gradually, but the 2 games that he played well in was 2 ice cream teams. No,
Brethren,
when me I try
again,
say
JT. JT. You have to play the people that's in front of you. We are in Concacaf. We're not in Europe or we're not in South America.
But we're not talking about no, we're gonna be playing Concacaf team. We're gonna be playing a more worthy opponent.
What is?
You see, so you're saying that this
no, we're not.
So we win the game. People, we win the game already. We win the match already.
No, JT, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, you see, Monday or Tuesday when you come up on the stream, you're gonna sing the same song. Oh, it's on the Guatemala.
No. I'm not gonna say that. Guatemala is a worthy. The other night when I did the stream, what I said, I wouldn't want to play Guadeloupe because they would have want to use the Caribbean strength there to hype up themselves, and it probably would have been a dog fight for we. I said that Guatemala is the opponent where we need to test where we are right now.
My friend,
if we win this game, this tells me that Jamaica has taken the next step. Like when Canada started to grow, when Canada started to become a team, where we can say Canada look like a team, this is what Jamaica has in front of them right now. We have a Guatemala team that we need to test our mettle against. If Jamaica go out there and have a decisive performance against Guatemala, we can say, yes, we have jumped over one of the hurdles. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, on the mic, Bali, why would they pan Guatemala? Why we still talk about Guatemala? I am not as worried as I once was, watching them, But what I will say, the danger man, I will say this. He said that you, the name Nathaniel Mendes, I think it's the right wing. He played for Derby as well. He make him debut in the Gold Cup.
Yes.
You remember that thing he keep on talking about, JT, about those crosses coming from those angles from the wing?
And they did that against Guadeloupe. They did that against Guadeloupe.
And I can see that being a danger, but also I just believe that the power that we have on the counter, I just think that they're going to end up crumble. And the physicality what we're going to bring.
People with the aims, that's the Discord link for who want to join the chat. People who's asking how you join the chat, that's the Discord link. Jump in the Discord. Today, everybody can jump on. We're going to discuss this properly today, people, because me not get where people listen. We still act like we work out all of the kinks them where we have. As I said, you see them ball the way you talk about them ball that we come in at an angle. This is why Dishard Bernard for me is going to be key in this game, and Bobby Reed. My two key players in this game has to be Dishard Bernard and Bobby Reed. Dishard Bernard helping with those balls coming in at an angle because he's good in the air, and Bobby Reed when they're paying a lot of attention to Demari Gray and Mikel Antonio, he needs to exploit that. As I said, I can't put Leon Bailey has played well, but I cannot put my ticket on Leon Bailey yet.
I have a question for you, JT. What are you trying to say? Damian Lowe not good at in the air? That man score all him goal them by header?
No, but a lot of those goals that was scoring against Jamaica. Joe Grind, Jesus Christ. Wait, man. People, Joe Grind just rise up. Joe Grind. Yo, me never hear your voice. Joe Grind, wagwan. Check in, Joe Grind. Your mic muted. Joe Grind, check in. Your mic is muted, Joe Grind. People, this is history on YouTube. At the first Joe Grind ever joined any kind of...
The man of cataract.
Yeah, the man at the first. Joe Grind, your mic muted, brother. Make we know when you think no mute. All right, go on, Ames.
Wait. Yeah, as Mikey there said a while ago. Bear in mind too enough. To be fair, if you look back at the World Cup qualifiers, a lot of the goals we can see Damian Lowe was in that centre back position as well. He get beat in the air as well. But overall, I think we have been too harsh on him though, JT.
Him? Not we. Him, JT. Not we, JT. Take we out there, JT.
And I can honestly say that Lowe has been improving. But the defender that we saw in the World Cup qualifiers is definitely not the same defender we're seeing right now.
Thank you very much. And listen, I give the coach and the coaching staff a whole heap of credit, because the way Lambert play, the way Blake put the ball out, like pass the ball out of the press and stop kick it long, and I kick it to players, Jamaican players, instead of kick it down the field. Everybody improved on this team. So therefore, we have to give credit. Bailey improved since this coach been coaching the team, meaning that him playing much better, more relaxed. Right?
Joe Grind, jump off and Joe Grind, log out and log on back again, Joe Grind, because we now hear you. Your thing just did it.
Apart from when he missed the penalty and him tried to overdo it a little bit, that's a little, and him get over that. Right? Now him back to Bailey being Bailey again. The man is playing. Right? You remember, like you said, JT, he might play against weak competition. Maybe when the big competition come, I'm going to step up even more. Can nobody want get injured in
Yeah,
the
this is
the group stage?
maybe with them they have a thing at Jamaica. Maybe are supposed to know what's a doorpost. Like we know depend that. It's like I need to see that performance from Bailey. I need to see
hold on. So how you boost up Gray already, and they're not against Gray, but you know, but at the same time, you're not down Bailey, and the two of them
I'm
take
not
the same
knocking
three
down
teams.
Bailey. Me no feel say me and Mikey Ballin is getting anywhere with this discussion.
Yeah, but they're missing something, you know. You have to understand that the dynamic between Bailey and Demar Gray is like they might cancel out each other pressure. So both of them going to get free up now.
Yeah.
So
and
Mr.
Bailey
United,
play inside the middle now instead of outside. Where Bailey play right now behind Nickel. And the best thing ever happened.
So
I'll make
Mr. United say, what's my football? So I played under 16 football for Wormwood. I played parish. I played travel football in Europe, and I also played second division at Vallensbæk in Denmark. And I also played at Falsterbo in Sweden for a year. So I played a lot of football. Trust me, I played a lot of football. Tried out for some big clubs as well. Didn't make it as far as I would want to go because as I said, a lot of the things where you hear me point out about some of the local players, that affected me as well coming here. When you come, you start learning, so you have to pick up your head when you get the ball, because in Jamaica, we look down on the ball when we control it. You're supposed to can, your instincts supposed
and the reason why we do that, Taylor, is because the fields are bumpy.
Yeah,
If fields are flat and smooth like Europe, we wouldn't have to look down.
That was one of my problems. It took me a while.
I don't necessarily think so, because even on smoother surfaces, me see baller still a look on the ground in a Jamaica.
Which baller? Which baller?
Bill Norman, where I play football out there on some ball.
Yeah, but you remember, games, if 90% of the games are on bumpy field, when you get that smooth field, you can still look down because it becomes a habit trade.
Which is right. Yeah. But I'm saying that
exactly.
There are also times when I've noticed that playing on smoother pitches, they still end up in it's a muscle memory thing for them.
Yes, a muscle memory thing. Yes, it's a muscle memory thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Dan just joined the stream. Can you hear us, Dan? Your mic is muted. Dan. If you come in and your mic is not, there you go. Where your office, Dan? Let me know if I be a fool in the shme up your talk.
Yo, my officer, you hear me?
Yeah, man, we are here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. For me, I say with the team now. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat Guatemala. Easy beat. The chances that I see them defense there, easy them defense crumble. And any ball we put forward going up with a easy beat. And the way
Come back to the mic, Dan. Can I hear you?
Our defense more. Yeah, hear me?
Dan is back in the building, people.
Yeah, may I say our defense is more organized than Guadeloupe defense. Only thing Guadeloupe do thing they in the match, they maybe just be looking shaky. Remember now we play US at them yard that we could have beat them USA, bro. USA play ball against we, you know. You see me? But we get the chance to beat them out there at them yard in front of them crowd. But Guatemala, once them they scored the thing the goal, them fans hype them up for tell the truth. But the goal of them score, I do some waste defending error Guadeloupe go on with, brother. And only thing them you need was just a draw. If you stay there and them go up in the game, them a lead 2 times, them a lead in the game. You know what I mean? But the thing I see with Jamaica team right now, when I watch her, even though we score a bag of goal in a Trinidad game and St. Kitts game, I still believe we can possess the ball look more faster. And some look at time over there on the D, I'm around the 18-yard box. I think we should I watch back to some highlights. And I think we for try control the game more, even though we're up. We for try get we not rush the goal. We for just control of the game like we control the game. Or we kind of see back like with the St. Kitts match. And some time when they're up there, I see DJ lose couple ball. When him pass it back, him never pass it give back nobody. And it's just the mentality for fix up on certain things what I'm seeing at the team, some little things. What just for fix. And I think the coach, them are going work in progress. And when I think the team are going to lose, brother. We're going to win this.
So, General, let me ask you a quick question. Answer. So, you think say for that game, yeah, we necessarily need for keep the possession because I believe say we are going to hurt them on the counter. And I mean, I think them can stop it on the counter.
If we necessary to keep the possession?
Yeah, no. If it necessary for we keep the possession like how we play the same kids and whatever, a large percentage of possession of like
yeah, it's necessary to keep the position at all time and you want the ball. So we need to play every team we play. We need the ball at all time. We don't want the other team have it and do what they want to do. When you have the ball, you feel more comfortably in yourself.
My
Say,
friend,
control the game.
My friend, in a game, in the women's game, a couple months ago, England and play Australia. England had the ball to 76% at the time, and Australia beat them 1-0.
Well, me not mean say
the ball don't mean nothing, Reggie.
Me not mean say 76% of the time, but certain part in the game, we need to have the ball and just be more composed as a team, we can say yes.
What I want them to do is when them get them chances, them take them because they're going to come in plentiful. They're going to come like mango season in Jamaica. They will take every chance they get. Because this team, Jamaica have height over them. Definite height. We're faster than them. We're faster than them.
Physicality.
If it does watch, because what we do, from the game, I watch back every game what them play.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Watch back every game what them play and the last, but do some research. Me even watch game what them play even against Mexico. I watch them two teams there because we're going to play Mexico too.
Yeah.
You see me?
Okay.
We're going to crumble him. We're going to crumble him.
Let's get Spider. Let's get Spider or Speed.
Is Leon Bailey playing good? Is Leon Bailey playing great? What do you
Leon
think
Bailey,
about Leon Bailey?
Leon Bailey a play him role well in the team. And
tell Taylor that.
The thing is,
believe so.
Bailey, you see the Gray link up with him, and I kind of say, Leon feel happy now, say him have a baller with certain qualities.
A carrier like himself, yes.
And at that, do you think Leon Bailey miss all along?
Yep.
And even the rest of the match, back in the years, him still do him thing, but we just never have like a team. And when they check most of our attacks them, we don't really have no dribble or go forward or get the ball them and move. Jamaica, they lack them things, bro.
So, Dan,
hear me out for a second.
Somebody mute their mic.
Bailey is a man. What me say,
somebody
if Bailey miss out of the team, right? If Bailey miss out of the team, something missing.
Yep.
That is it. So we cannot say, him not play good or what.
Yep.
If him out of the team, something is missing.
Truth, your mic, truth. 1 second there. Truth, your mic. Jump off and jump back on truth. It's because of the first time you come on, so probably that's what he's doing. We're gonna get the person name Speed or alright.
Wait just now. I make the thing louder now. We can hear it even better.
Yeah. We just Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed, you have I never know say you have something there. I never know say you have this card. Yo, people.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Speed is in the chat. Mr. Speed is here. Rudolph Speed is here in the chat. Long time. Mr. Speed, we no buck up. You know the thing. So, here what? People.
Big up Coach Speed. Mr. Maxwell, I normally play for Cavaliers, my young guy. 2010 them time. Remember Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed will normally pick you up at JN. So.
All right, let's just rein this in a little bit. As I said.
Wait, Taylor, hold on. I take over your show. We have a coach on the program. Make him diagnose Taylor for you.
Yeah, man. It's perfect. This is why I want to articulate my point, Mikey Ballin, before Mr. Speed misunderstand what me I say. No, What I'm saying, Mr. Speed, is the first game against United States, you can see it was a bit tough for us, but we hung in there and we got the result. A lot of people probably expected us to lose that game, but we saw the potential in that game. The next game, we actually fulfill a bit of our potential by ramping up the performance. The next game, we came a little bit more full circle. But as I said, Mr. Speed, the verdict for me is still out with Bailey. He played very well. He got the man of the match the last game. But what I'm saying is now is a more quality opponent who is even going to game plan more for us, because I think they are coming into this team feeling like Jamaica, because a lot of people are saying Jamaica is the best team on paper. So I'm thinking they're going to be planning for us. There are still things I think Jamaica has to work on. As I said, those balls coming in the box at an angle. We have had issues with those balls over the years. As the coach said, not under his coaching staff, Jamaica has basically fixed those things. Let me know, Mr. Speed, if I'm just out speaking just crap right now.
No, you're not speaking that. Let me tell you, first thing, football just get much harder for everybody. No care how you think the team poor, because knowledge, everybody have the knowledge now. There's a lot of things that people can do to, even if you have superior teams, to give you a hard time. Just remember Morocco. Some games that they won with 33% possession and probably even less. People are very comfortable playing without the ball. So not because you outpossess somebody, Spain 1,000 pass, still lose the game. Not because you outpossess somebody or look better. What people are doing now is ensure that you're not better than them when they're defending. So no care where you do, them have a way to survive the onslaught. So I will never say that Jamaica is way ahead of these teams that we are really beating. Sometimes it's just on the day. I thought Trinidad just made a big mistake in switching from a resting back four, which they played against us in Jamaica, and go to the three at the back or five at the back, whichever. So when they played the resting back four, they were very organized, straight across the line for the whole game, so we couldn't break them down. Although we have better quality players, to be honest, but when they play this time, the back line was raggedy. It was all over the place. It was easy to score against them. They could have gotten even more goals. So what you're saying is not wrong. What I like about Jamaica is that they are able to fight,
yes,
even when adversity is against them. So
yes, I agree.
Improvement.
I agree.
But then you have to understand the coach psyche. Sometimes it's not the player you play against really, it's the coach.
And people, hold on to Mr. Speed. I could give Mr. Speed him flowers right now. Mr. Speed, amazing job going out there and getting this head coach. I remember when you went and got the head coach, people said, Mr. Speed, I'll pick the head coach. I don't hear they saying that anymore. I don't hear anybody.
Just get the coach.
The coach.
FIBA Iceland.
So I think you made a very good call there. Not only that, I love when you came out and you said, I think this was a turning point in our football as well. A lot of people probably overlook this. When you said players will no longer just make the national team just because and just to get to another step in their career. No, because I think, Mr. Speed, if we get to a high level, regardless of the players out there, it's going to help the local players to fight harder to get in the team. And Jamaica will be on the football map. And I think the league in Jamaica will even be looked at now as a better option.
Taylor, I just said local players, please. There's 12 local players on the team right now.
In the squad, yes.
12.
Yeah.
12 local Jamaicans are on the squad right now.
No, you know when me talk, Mikey, man. You know when me talk, brother. You know when me talk.
Stop with the local business, brethren.
What me fi say then? The domestic players?
The domestic players do too.
All right, but Mikey, as semantics you come with today, brother?
No, because I tired for you not talk about not a local base playing up on the team. I tired for hear it.
No, I didn't. Did I just say that there's no local base play? I said what Mr. Speed said.
But it doesn't when people bring up that story there.
No, but what Mr. Speed said was players will. It's not gonna. People will not no longer use the national team to further their career, and I thought that was a big statement.
That's in the past.
Yeah, that was part of the change. And now we see it because I think Jamaica will benefit more where our team is more respected. And the JPL has improved this season as well. The JPL has improved. There are things they need to work on. But if Jamaica start winning, I think it's only up from here. And our local players will know, for me to get in this team, I have to raise my game. And that's what we need. Continue, Mr. Speed.
What, no, Mr. Speed, I want to ask you a question, Mr. Speed. I hear a sound, but more I want you to confirm, or is it true that when a local base player get a contract to go whether United States, Europe, or wherever, they step on the plane, no longer a local player? Is that true?
On the what?
When him get a contract, him playing in JPL, and him get a contract to go overseas, whether Cuba, wherever him go, Europe, Africa, America. From step on the plane lift up off of Jamaica. It's no longer a local player, it's now overseas player. Is that true?
No, he's not a local based player.
Okay, this is what I try, but a local player.
Yeah, he's a player that was born in Jamaica. He's born in Jamaica, but he's not based anymore in Jamaica. I think we should do that.
So therefore, presently on the Jamaica squad right now, there's 12 local players on the Jamaica squad. Born players on the Jamaica squad right now. Yeah. Thank you. Majority.
But the truth is, our educational standard for football is not high in Jamaica, so we have to send them away to get education. There's a limit to where them can go in Jamaica. We have to just admit the fact.
Mr. Speed, I don't know which doctor you go, but you look like them fix you, man. People look like them fix Mr. Speed.
Coach Speed, I can ask you a question, like with the JFF, why we can't have like, so have some local based play like them train here with a in a system where say the overseas player them know the system, but them train at least 3 times a week out here. The players them that playing in the JPL, like you get the best team fitness and everything. I get those guys playing.
Right, if you follow Algrim, he has had those camps, he's not lazy, he's not like other coaches. He has had those camps when calling just defenders alone more than once, or attackers alone, or when the goalkeeper coach come in calling goalkeepers alone, and sometimes calling a squad. If you remember when we played against Trinidad and Tobago, it was the players from the JPL who mostly played in that game. So we're not leaving out the players. We have basically what we're doing, we have 2 teams, right? You know the team, we are the team where playing up tournaments and competition at the highest level. There's no favor as the best player go there. But of course there's a development team which we play and play the Caribbean, like we play Trinidad and Tobago, or when we go on tour to like even the last tour, we carry local base player. Phillips was there running around. All of local base players was in that squad. And those are the games we use for teaching and learning. Also, so we are not leaving out the local base player, but you get your chance, then you have to shine and get yourself.
Yes.
You call it killer team. When we come to kill, are the best players there.
Yes.
When we are developed, we are developed.
Yes.
Simple.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we've been saying. People need to understand that it's no longer this thing where, because when we look at even some of the players who played for Jamaica, where are they now? And we can't blame another national program make improve. You have to improve. Some of these guys have to improve. And I think one of the things that was affecting the team is the combination was right. You have players coming in from a high level, playing at a higher tempo than players who are just figuring out their game. The international game is not where you figure out your game, my friend.
No, you are so correct, because now you have an all Premier League attack. That's not easy for any country, except certain country, feel an all Premier League trio. I mean, that alone give you a lot of nightmares. Other teams, a lot of nightmares.
Yes, runners, your mic. Yeah, listen to the show, brother.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you have to turn off the show. So so the Leon Bailey thing. I'm gonna let you go, runners, and I'm gonna just phrase this to everybody, and everybody get a go at this. Am I wrong when I say that I still need to see Leon Bailey come out and have the performance that he had the last game against a more quality opponent? Am I way off by asking for that? Anybody can go ahead and take that question.
What's the question again?
Leon Bailey. I said Leon Bailey, he had a great performance the last game. I gave him the man of the match for the last game. I said that I think I need that performance from him against a quality opponent like a Guatemala that we're going to play now. Am I off by saying I need to see that from him?
No, you're not off to say you need to see that from him. That is, no, you're not off. But I think I'm going to give you like him 120 in this game coming forward. And I think this game with Guatemala fans or them fan base I think it's gonna make our team more winning the game, because we know we're gonna win. Winning the game I gonna build more confidence in the team. No lie. And every man I gonna be ruthless in this game. You're gonna see every man game up to par. Cause this is a knockout round. It's do or die. If you not score your goals them, you're gonna be out. And may I expect that this Jamaica team, them are gonna go full force going forward. But what I kind of see this team misses there.
Let's hope.
Like the team miss Ravel in another Gold Cup here.
I agree. I agree. I think Ravel could have, but again, Dan, I have to give the coach credit because you have to also set a standard, my friend. And the coach said, I think the coach spoke to Ravel and he said, if you're not playing for a club, you cannot play football. Let me read this super chat from Brian Sims. He said, I just hope when Coach Hallgrim start getting big results and demand more money, the JFF will step up because Tapa paid not going to keep Hallgrim, so we need him for the... Listen, Brian Sims, what I'm realizing, there's a revelation happening right now. Canada is talking about bankruptcy. So there's something going on in football spending that obviously we don't got our fingers on the pulse. There's Mr. Speed. Unmute your mic, Mr. Speed, please. What like a country like Canada with the GDP like that and an economy just went to the World Cup, got that big paycheck for going to the World Cup, and they're talking about bankruptcy less than a year later. Maybe we can now understand why the JFF hasn't been strapped for cash or haven't had the funds.
No man, football really hard. It's not easy. And if you're not really there on top of your game, you can run into trouble easily. I remember they had the issue with the girls are demanding equal pay and court, them had to be going to court. So those things can make anybody run out of money. Remember again to see that Canada is not so populated as you're thinking. It's not like the US who have 300,000 persons. And each footballer in the US contribute to the national football team purse. Everybody who registers as a player have to pay like a subscription every year. Canada only have like 23 million people in it. It's not so big. So I can see the difference in both countries. And then a lot of people in Canada don't even like football that much because the country is in a place where they have a lot of ice sports that is more dear to them. But the FIFA money is the same whether it's a big country or it's a small country. You don't get any more because the St. Kitts or it's Jamaica or it's Canada or USA. So
wow, I didn't know that.
them struggling. It's possible.
I didn't know
they're
that.
very ambitious. Remember the men also had strike before the World Cup, so they want more for money and programs, etc. So they went through a little spot of bother,
Okay.
And
so FIFA doesn't really
It
pay.
happened in Spain too with the women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
So like this Gold Cup competition is like the JFF have to find money to fund the ballers to go there and playing.
Look here.
Is that the JFF
understand? Yeah, people don't understand how difficult it is. So it's like this time. I mean, we have 3 foreign coaches. Them not really 4 foreign coaches we have. Them not really cheap, but them good. Them really good. Them analyze them. Them know them stuff. So you have to pay for that. I don't know what Canada have, but you can understand what I'm talking about. To fund everything. In our women program too, is foreign coaches we have again. Them cost money.
I agree.
So we have to really be on our toes to kind of juggle. And then the other thing with Jamaica, we go to every single competition play, you know. We go to 15, 17, 14, 20 CSE games, Olympics. We don't miss nothing because we don't want to miss an opportunity that one Messi there in one of those teams and we never did see him.
But
because
Mr.
we never go
Speed,
play.
this is why we're
That is
so
why
happy that
keep doing it. But
Mr. Speed, this
no,
is
it's
why
difficult. People don't understand how difficult it is. You know?
this is
I
why
have a
Mr. Speed.
solution.
Danda, 1 second. Mr. Speed, this is why we're glad Sono wake up. Because paying up all this money, we need to win something. We need to recoup. We need to recoup the investment, and you cannot pay a foreign coach for people just they go play football. We have to start winning and start recouping some of these funds to keep the program running. So I hope people understand that as well, and I hope the local players them understand that. Sir Andrew Price, I hope you understand that, because you tend to find when Tapa was the coach, I never see an interview where you question anything that Theodore Whitmore did. As soon as Paul Hall took the job, you came out in the newspaper. Now you're talking about there was no JPL player. Mr. Speed, your striker, Colin Anderson. He's a raw talent, but I'm sure you can agree that he needs a little bit more time.
Look, I am not disappointed. I am a little disappointed. I mean, two players that I have not in the team, King and Colin, right?
Yeah.
King, I don't know what the reasons are. I didn't ask. I usually don't. But King is where he is now, playing every game, week in, week out. If he went to the Gold Cup, he probably would be on the bench. So if you look on his long-term prospect for development, maybe it's better he's with his club playing every week than sitting on the bench and playing. I remember Topi went to one Gold Cup and played 2 minutes. I mean, I don't know if that was good for him.
Big up Topi.
I don't know, right? Over a 6-week period. So, yeah, people are varying, talk about different things. Colin started to play football when he was 18. It's a journey for him.
It's a journey.
I mean, he has done exceptionally well. The best a striker has done for the last 20 years in JPL. But at the same time, if we have an all Premier League attack, I mean, come on.
Yes. That's when they think are gonna look like bias tonight, and that's what we want. Because Colin, Colin, anyway there, we have time for you. We have time for you, and we understand football. You have the raw talent, you have the speed, the physicality, and I like that interview you did when the coach called the local camp. You said, I want to improve, and this is some of the hardest training I've ever been through. So people on YouTube, we support you, but we know football, it's a journey.
Now in Macedonia, he has signed a contract. He's going to be playing Macedonia. So,
Yeah.
I mean, why would he go to the Gold Cup, sit down on the bench instead of going to look at a job in Europe that he can just further his education? So, I don't have any problem with this.
Let's bring
The
in runners.
solution, the solution we would have like with the coaches, why the JFF cannot like you have enough youths who love football and want to do. Why not send like some young youths who are interested to do coaching courses overseas and come back with one
No. Dan. Wait. It's just like somebody said, me come at your yard, come find you and get you a job, my brother. You see, certain things in life, you have to go get it. You have to go get it. The JFF cannot just babysit and put on pampers for everybody, brother. You have. It's just like you graduate as an engineer. You don't just sit on a yard and some people say, "We are look for engineer. Now go check AIMS." It doesn't work like that. If you want a coaching license, you take the steps.
I can help, right? Because someone may explain something to you, Dan. In a coaching, you have pro license, A license, B, C, E, and D, right?
Yeah.
Last time we checked, we had like 1,000 coach at the D license level. So you can't send them go to A license. There's a process. So what we have been doing is we did 350 D license last year. That is JFF. Because we went ahead and get the training. And we did 120 C with women taking up 30 women out of the 120. We have 27 B license course and we have a coach coming up. A course coming up with 24 persons in August, and we have 10 persons doing the A license course. So it's a process. Them and the 10 persons actually went overseas to do the A license. So you couldn't send those people to do those courses until them go through these different stages. So that's what we're doing. So it's a process and it's going to take a time, but no man, we're on it, man. We're on it.
Alright, that's what we want to hear, man.
But
The
Dan,
By the
progress.
way, and the license them we're doing from C is Concacaf C, not Jamaica C. So anywhere in a Concacaf you can coach. What we're trying to do in the future is to make sure say we and like UEFA get in sync. If you get a Concacaf C license, you can coach in a UEFA too, because we're trying to make sure say both of the curriculum them similar. So that's where we're heading.
let's get runners. Runners, you haven't said anything. Unmute your mic so we can get you involved. What's your take on the discussion?
Hey, Wagwan. I'm just would have to say something a little bit off topic, but towards the team. Well, what I want to try and see from this team is that we don't be complacent at certain times when we're in a game, and sometimes when we be up by 1 goal-0, and for some reason we're kind of slowed down. We just got to keep the foot on the pedal. You know what I'm saying? Cannot stop, especially against this Guatemalan side. So, I mean, that's all I can say.
Yeah, man, and they're gonna have the fans in their back. I think this 12-man is gonna be very important in this game. The 12-man is gonna be very important in this game. Mikey, I think Mikey disagree with me.
JT,
Yeah, go ahead,
JT,
James.
but sticking on that point with the 12-man being important, I hear fans making mention of, yes, we've been in the USA against the big stadium with a 1 billion fans in the stadium. Same when you go to the Azteca. But I just strongly believe that there is a difference with this. The Guatemalan fan base, it's like a level of violence to them. It's like, you have to see, you watch the game, I see buckler fling off of the player them. I see all manner evil, like them have this cultish.
Yeah, they're pretty serious. You know, in the CSC games, in the CSC games, I think about 20 or 30 Guatemalan fans in that stadium there, and they make sure the team get a result against Jamaica. You think them ramp? The people them start kick up a storm and start push their team, and they got that draw against Jamaica in that CSC game. Wait, people, just hit the like button. Let's get the video to 100 so I don't, some love. I do the like button thing with my show, people. We are at 86 like. Let's just get it to 100 and we don't talk about the like button again, because I hate to cut the show and talk about like button when we have a good discussion going on. Come on, people. 13 more likes on the video. 13 more likes. At 200 away in here. So we just need 13 people out of 200 to hit the like button. Please and thanks, people, so we can continue the discussion. 13 more people just hit the like button.
Mr. Speed, you think since the introduction of Damari Gray, it helps Bailey's game and make it a little more, take a little pressure off it?
Well, after seeing Damari Gray play in the first game, all the opposition is saying, no, well, we have to mark that one. So definitely, if the focus was on Bailey and Mikel Antonio, because even although Mikel don't score it, you will be not marking Mikel Antonio to your own detriment if you want to be so brave. So now there's a triple threat, and that is why the team gets so dangerous now, because who you're going to mark? It's impossible for you to single out all three of them. You really have to go to team defense more than individual. And any one of these guys, because of them experience and where them play, can pull out something out of the bag at any time. Just a half a chance and you could be paying the price. So definitely all other, so for instance, if you had two other players surrounding Mikel Antonio, we're not at the standard where these two are at, then clearly them would have more focus on him and hope that the other two don't bring the goods. But you can't focus on anyone now, because any of the other two can bring the goods. You know, there's something that I like to share with people all the time, and people don't understand. Let me explain something. It's a private sector people, they buy the best things. If you see a man playing in the Premier League, you doubt him at your own peril, right? That's your business, because if somebody shell out 30, 40, 50 million and pay for somebody, and you think they're not good, then why they not pay 2 million for the one that you think good? Private tech people know them are buy. So that's really the case now.
Jesus
with the
Christ. So,
quality
you
of
know hear that,
player.
people? You know hear that? You know hear that? It's like you can get a real clocks from England and you gone round an arcade. Gone buy the one we lost you for a week, people. You hear that? So buy some real clocks. Real players we want in the side. And we want the other players to know that when we hear we say we are beat people on YouTube and now get the lashing. We want to improve. But we as fans been waiting for years. And I want people to know, don't think say JT no excited. Me wish Sunday did that tomorrow. Me just can't wait for the whistle blow. You see me I say? Yeah. Me ready for job. This is the matchup that I wanted. I wanted Jamaica to play against a team that's gonna chase us down for 90 minutes. Because this Guatemalan team, they have a lot of fight in them. They do have a lot of fight. And we can
But
never underestimate that.
USA did that against us, you know. USA chased with against us, and the last Mexico match we played them do that for the last 90. So it's not like say you never see that before, JT. But the thing is, I'm gonna see with this Jamaican team, we need a good pass so we can string some ball, give them money from in the midfield. For not telling no lies. Just that what we see with this team missing.
But they do it. The goal of Bailey score against Trinidad. Trinidad him score against. Yeah, him string the pass, you know.
Yeah, man, Lati body, man.
That is just one part. That is just one part. So mistake.
But here's my
somebody
but
that
here's my thing. Dan attack, right?
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't believe that we necessarily need this overly creative midfielder. And what I do think that we possess at the moment is that the high press what we have and the energy, the engine of the team is very high. So if we win the ball high up when we press them, I will create multiple chances. So that kind of X out the need for that creative or overly creative midfielder. But I do understand your point, because there are times when the team are going to come out with possibly such a low block to the point where we're probably frustrated. How can break them down?
Yes.
So
and that is the that team was just a St. Kitts, and that was just a Trinidad.
Yeah.
Join the
so
show
formula.
Join the show
US, we're gonna need a good midfielder. We can with ball handling. We can control the midfield. That's how I say Ravel attributes kind of missing in like these games where we would have Gray and Bailey and Antonio. Would I like to see him play with them, like in that midfield?
Dan, let me read a few comments. Please, let me read a few comments, Ames, because we don't want to leave the fans behind, you know. Formula said, Guatemala fans and El Salvador fans, serious for real. Baller Kick 90 said, for the Guatemala match, Jamaica need to let Concacaf know that I think they are concerned with the security and safety of the players. As far as the I think I don't know where my try. Maybe hostilities goes, or hostilities maybe you want to say. Somebody IT push just wake up out of bed. Him say Maggie is missing. I don't know what he ate for breakfast today. Hazard said Omari Hutchins is a creative player. Media say I think having players like Demario Gray and Antonio help Bailey, because it's even more obvious now when he's holding onto the ball too much. Their body language will show him. I agree on that. I agree. We want players that compete at the highest level, so we are going to compete with Mexico, says Island Herbs. IT Pussy 23-year Maggie is the answer. All right, I think IT
push come from under the bed.
I Trinidad him there no. I telling you, boy, I don't know what you doing down there, Dread. What you talking about down there in Trinidad, IT? I don't know, boy. You just get 4-1, boy. What we said, none of our strikers scored the last game, and we won by 5 goals. That is a positive, says Dexter Baker. Hazard says, again, take schoolboy football, Maggie out on ahead. Big man ball game, this. Maggie not even at the level. Formula say, can't join right now. Guatemala go try use fitness on us. Them are go run. Up and running say Maggie is not. I think they're talking about Maggie. We keep on forgetting that the team is not the same team that faced Mexico at the Azteca. Remember, we don't have Pinnock in the back line. Big up yourself, Wells. Big up yourself, my boss. Guess what? The sound effects is back. Big up yourself, Wells. You're one of the man that say, JT, we need to bring it back. One thing I respect with Mr. Speed is that despite all the beatings and the belt buckles he gets here on YouTube, he is still going to communicate with the fans.
Mr. Speed still on? I've seen him.
Yeah, still on.
Yeah, well, Mr. Speed, the people them respect. Mr. Speed, no, say people them respect him still, you know. Him know, you know, because Mr. Speed is the man. As I said, when Mr. Speed came on YouTube, people said, JT, yeah, Mr. Speed, liar. Yeah, take up for Mr. Speed. I said, no, bro. Mr. Speed is here to open the door with the JFF to have that discussion. And we are just realizing that. Look at the improvement. I think YouTube has a lot to do with the improvement of the football because the pressure has been applied on YouTube. A lot of the pressure. In the past, things used to just happen in our football and we see Mr. Speed them pop up and do a little interview on TVJ and disappear. And we don't know what happened again. They can't do that anymore. Dennis Chung, unfortunately, we don't know where Mr. Chung there. Mr. Chung, Mr. Chung. That's Mr. Chung's favorite words. Guys, you know, and we're working with Mr. Chung. Get it together. Get it together, please.
Just a question. Mr. Speed, I have a question. I don't know if you have the answer or you know the secret. What's the secret in Blake's improvement with the ball at his feet and Lambert growing leaps and bounds the last couple of months?
Lambert was always quality, but somebody had to put faith in him. We know Lambert from was a 17-year-old that played for Jamaica, so nobody picks anybody at 17. Then he had the size. Lambert I wanted the player who played the longest in the MLS, not because he couldn't go anywhere, but the club respect him so much that he probably was one of the highest paid in there to probably get the same pay as a MLS team. Sorry,
And I think Lambert is the captain of the team where him there.
Yeah, Phoenix. Mr. Speed drop off, so we might finish.
Unstable internet connection.
Yeah, man, JT, I'm really see still. It's just like some little things I'm sip on the field attacking. Cause as a Nicholson get couple chance where him for pass, him for be unselfish, or him for be unselfish in the game, and them thing that we cast with. You can't be too rushy.
Hold on, the team is still young and
answer him question about Blake.
Right.
Okay.
So over the years, so this coach that we have now, I just want to tell you that this is one of the world-renowned goalkeeper coach, one of the best in the world.
Yes.
You see, we couldn't even employ him full-time. Him go and come because his assignment, him work for FIFA, him work for almost all of the top people in the world. So this coach is one of the best in the world. So I expected that improvement. Plus, also, remember now, you have to play for coach's instruction to where the coach wants you to play. Because Blake was always talented, there's no doubt about that. So it's just what the coach wants you to play, plus the type of keeping coach you get. And this one of the best in the world.
I have a follow-up, Mr. Speed. So therefore, in what you just say, you're telling me that the previous coach, Mr. Whitmore, wanted to kick the ball long that often then.
Mr. Speed, don't go answer that.
Criticize no coach still.
Answer that, brother.
Mr. Speed, do you since the past couple of months we're hearing about Reese Nelson? Do you hear anything about that player in Arsenal?
Well, I don't want to call nobody name either, but what is happening now? You see, success breed success. Man. What is happening now is that even some of the players are actually trying to recruit other players who can play for the country. Now, let me explain something to you. We had this argument. Look here. You know, anybody know about racehorse? if Arsenal, you have Arsenal A class and you have Arsenal E class, right? That's how they have to categorize them. It's the same thing with players, depending on the league where they play, So if you want players from the top league to play for your country, you have to attract more of them, and the more of them you attract, the more of them want to come. Because all of a sudden, yo, my friend I play over there, so I play for Jamaica, so them want to come. So carrying them on Grey come, it was a big move because all of a sudden other people say, well, look, yo, he might go back and say, say I had 3 goals scored for Jamaica. He's an international player. He wasn't before. He was a club player. But remember, country is the pinnacle of everybody's success. Nobody rate nobody as the world best because they play in a club. Because club you can buy where you want. Country you have to play where you have. And that is why they usually rate the best players that will play for their country as the best team in the world. So everybody wants to be an international player. So yeah, man. All of those players who used to like them don't want to come, look for them start line.
Them are there, man. Them are there.
Yeah, man, that is
start kick
and with a speed and the next market.
Let him get the final question there. Go ahead, Dan. And because we have a couple more. Somebody just joined.
After this World Cup, to get the fans and more thing there with this team, even if we go to finals, even if we not win, you will know we're gonna win still. But just I say, I think with this team we should play a couple matches at the national stadium with this team here. Cause we need to see people in the Jamaican jersey them. We need to see that.
Yeah. We have 3 FIFA wins after this, and we'll try to get games with the 3 of them. But
and Mr. Speed, while you're talking about that, someone was asking in the comments about the qualification for the Copa America. So just if you could explain to them how it goes.
No, I'm not sure. It's complicated.
Okay,
Even though
so
it's complicated. So
I think I watch a video on it. I think is that we need 6 wins once in the Nation League or something like that to reach.
But the winner of the Gold Cup goes, right?
I will ask somebody from Concacaf next time, and then I'll come back to you on the program and I explain it. Right? So let the person choose.
But the winner of the Gold Cup goes to the Copa America.
Yeah, I think so.
It has to.
I think so. I think the both finalists.
All right. There's somebody else here. Official
JT.
Okay. And Siobhan. Yeah.
Yeah. I think how the qualification for the Copa America. I think once you reach a quarterfinal of the next Nation League, I think you get automatic qualification to the Copa America. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I heard the last time. Once you reach the quarterfinals, you get automatic qualification there. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I heard the last time, though. So I'm not sure about the Gold Cup. I'm not sure pertaining to who wins the Gold Cup if they go, because I think they said that it was determined based on the Nation League coming up.
Okay, and let me just say this, Mr. Speed, with Richard King, it's the same thing I said about Dishard Bernard. If you look at the 2 goals that they scored, basically on Dishard Bernard, one against Jordan and the one against Trinidad, they closed down the player and he put the player on his outside, but the anticipation for the tackle to cut off the ball, he was a bit slow, slightly slow. I saw that in Richard King's game. When he came and played for Jamaica, he played very well. But when he went to Cavaliers, I saw a few times where Ming and some other players had to basically help him out, where he didn't close out those plays. So I think that's something Richard King has to get better at, is closing out the play, because he tracks the play as well and he puts the players where he wants them to go. But that close out, that final play, and I think something that Dishard Bernard as well, though he has played well, that's a little weakness I saw in his game. He put the player where he wants, but his anticipation for actually cutting off the ball, he didn't really. It happened against Jordan, and it happened in the Trinidad game. Another question, and I'm gonna throw it. A lot of the fans, this is for everybody here, but just we don't know how long Mr. Speed have. From a coaching perspective, Mr. Speed, a lot of people are saying, every time you talk about bringing in somebody else and subbing somebody, the first name come to everybody is Bobby Reid. And I say that they are wrong, because I said when you look at Leon Bailey playing that right wing position for Jamaica, our right back comes under pressure a bit more. because Leon Bailey is more of an attacking-minded winger. Bobby Reed seems to help a lot in that defensive area, and he solidifies the right back position. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing, that Bobby Reed plays a silent, intricate role in this team.
Look, Bobby Reed is not an ordinary player. You know. Bobby Reed has gotten Premier League Player of the Month in England. You know. Bobby Reed and him value probably about 10 or something million pounds. So Bobby Reed, I mean, everybody like to pick on somebody, maybe because he's not as glamorous. But football is not just attack, as you quite rightly say. Football is defensive. Football is somebody who knows position and spot danger quickly and close them down. Just remember, you know, in a football games, what decide the games is probably 30 seconds. What happened in 30 seconds? But the other 89.9 seconds, and now you are playing 95 minutes. The other 95 minutes, you have to do other things. Bobby Reed is so good at the other things, so that's my opinion.
All right, so there you go.
And next thing to I don't understand the fans them criticism. Cause even looking back at the Trinidad game that we played, you know, if I remember good, you know, if I never for Bobby Reed, you know, some of the time them Javi and Brown get caught out, you know.
Exactly.
Can get left exposed a lot on that right hand side. So I never understand the criticism and it's unwarranted. I really need to know where it come from. If the fans them still traumatized, can I miss the empty goal or something?
Yes. We blame that on Oral Tracy. We blame that one on Oral Tracy. He has...
Hey, JT, may I use my other account?
Okay, yeah, all right. How much account you have, man?
Oh no, I just do. I choose the whole this new app made us figure it out.
All right. I hope so much bank account you have to, you know, every day you travel. every day you travel.
Regarding the traveling now, right? Couple of my brethren them when they got the Guadeloupe game. The man them say I war with the Guadeloupe fans them in our stands, dog. So that mean me can't go get figure that game like that. If me go
brother,
get
all the while you come, you say you go Austria, you go Qatar, you go Saudi Arabia, I'll know you no reach. People, Odin, you know people. Odin, the boss say the plane always a left. Wake up late, boss.
Me guys sent it too much in a Kelly the other day, but me have to come back fast.
Yeah, again. You know, here again, people. You know, here one next match left him again. You ever go on football match again?
Yeah, all the time. A lot of games. I go.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, JT.
We have to go beat you, know.
I driving. I have my own schedule in a brother.
We have to go beat you, man.
My own truck. But yeah, like me, I say, couple people we say them want to roll out. Is like me not really want to go in a them type of environment.
No, I would tell you to stay home, especially if you have families and you have something to live for. That not saying that the fans who are going there.
I see a couple video where man them are broke buckle in a man head dog. Like FIFA needs to sort that out because me supposed to be able to travel to whichever match I want to go on right now. It look like it not gonna happen.
Just keep this in mind, Odin. FIFA is not responsible for your security, young man. So
no, me know that. But
just keep that in mind.
Hear me as a day too. Based off the Guadeloupe match, you can see on TV. We only see when we see on TV. I just see first a little piece of it and I will leave for that did I go on. What I am saying is that you see the first row them closer to the field. Them need to just seal them row they are. So certain people can't get too close to the player them. In addition to that, them to have a specific stand where Jamaican supporters can go and feel safe. Cause them type of thing that me not used to it. I first time in America me ever see a match go down like that. The man them a go like say a South America them there.
All right. Mr. Speed, somebody said I cut you off when you were talking about the potential friendlies. Because I don't think Mr. Speed said anything exactly. He said there was 3 FIFA windows. So I
right.
think I don't think we would know the friendlies.
I was
already.
saying that there will be games, but you have to remember the money. When you play in Jamaica, it's just lose.
Yeah. I agree. And some of the fans, please guys, just educate yourself a little bit on the cost and the finance to host games. And we haven't been winning anything. I think we should just try to rack up the wins and just try to go deep in competitions and get Jamaica below 50 and try to get some more players abroad and just start getting the program in the right direction. I think all those things will come. I think we have to look at we have to basically examine our priorities at this point. And I don't think the priorities it should be home games. I do understand that the fans want to be close to the team, but I think Jamaica has been so far behind over the years where we lost out on opportunities. We are basically playing catch up right now. I believe
JT, staying on that point, JT, and I believe that when we get to that point, persons talking about the national stadium, I don't even necessarily believe that if we were supposed to do a home game, it should be at the national stadium. I think we should do it at Cafins Hall, barring the fact that if them can fix up the field and make sure it's at standard. But I believe that the crowd in a Montego Bay, them love them football and them come out and pay them money. Because I no longer see the energy in the national stadium. So that was my point.
Yeah, that's gonna come. That's gonna come with winning. The stadium is the rural area. Go ahead, Mikey.
My thing is that if they want to use the national stadium, they want to get a big team, and big team when it costs big money. Because
Exactly.
you get a German Spain to come, they go sell the stadium. But the price of the JFF have a charge. It not, we're talking about thousands of Jamaican dollars per head. Cause when you go to US, for instance, when Jamaica play Argentina at Red Bull Stadium, at $200 for the cheapest ticket US, So you multiply $200 by 150. You think Jamaica will pay how much? That 30. How much that is? I don't know how much that is. Whatever that is, that's about what 30,000. That no, I know so much. That's how much was that speed?
Mr. Speed, accountant man.
Yes. You're correct. You're correct. Yes.
It's a bit. So which Jamaica? How much Jamaica can afford one game for $30,000? That's why when game play America and they make money, because they charge premium and people still sell out the stadium.
If a Canada ball right now about bankruptcy.
Yeah, so if them get Argentina, Spain, Brazil, Germany, whoever to come to the stadium to play, them can't charge less than 30,000 a head. Because them team know want big money.
Yeah, them know, man. And nobody not take them like a remittance, go a stadium, go sit down, watch Jamaica play right now.
They will come. If you get that, and Messi coming, even sitting up on the bench, as long as Messi is there, they will come. Am I right, Mr. Speed?
That's gonna happen. Mr. Speed, everybody in the comment section, big up yourself again, Dan. Marlon is here. Mr. Speed, Shamar Nicholson. Shamar Nicholson was touted to be the future striker of Jamaica, but right now I just we have to whip Shamar up on YouTube. We have to just whip Shamar cannot get out of that slug. He's not scoring goals. How do you motivate a striker in your team who has the potential, but he's not really scoring goals? Like, what's going on with Shamar?
Well, I mean, what happened is that, in some of the time when you're not playing as much even in your club, you kind of lose that cutting edge. So that probably is happening to him. Then he comes back to Jamaica and there's a preferred striker over him. So again, him not getting enough minutes. But clearly, he's the future. I mean, Mikel Antonio, I don't know how long he's going to go for. So Shamar is younger. And he probably does have to know, say, him second at the pecking order now. So he just need to work on his game. I have faith in him. I mean, when his back was against the wall, remember him come after him being in the wilderness for a couple years and became our number one striker, scored against USA, still in the World Cup squad and never looked back since. So I have faith in him and hope, say, him find him farm. I think he will. Okay. So again, people, we can't with football's there. Farm temporary, class permanent. He will be back.
All right.
Hey, quick question, Mr. Speed. Do you have any plans of coaching any teams outside of Jamaica or national teams, or even Jamaica national team itself? No, but in the future, because the thing is, we haven't seen any coach from Jamaica leave to go do something big elsewhere. We have yet to see it, and eventually, I would like to see that. You know what I mean? Because it only give other people opportunity when the first person go ahead and open the door.
The people them say volume by your mic, Odin.
Well, personally, I got offers to coach national teams outside of Jamaica, me personally, but the team them wasn't big enough, so I kind of turned them down.
So you say Mr. Speed, you're a big coach? People, Mr. Speed, I say I'm a big coach and he just lose to Topper.
No, sir.
Mr. Speed just lose to Topper detonation.
We can dedicate one whole show to that because say now somebody wanted me to come and do a presentation and that the difference in salaries, players, everything, and how me compete. So some people look on it different than how you look on it. I've sold my 5th player this year overseas. Working on some. So you tell me who really win.
Okay, all right. So people, let me just read some comments. Hold on, guys. We have to keep the fans them in tune as well, and then we head back. Somebody said here, Mr. Speed, I just want to say that I highly appreciate the opportunities that you and your club has created for our young players to get lucrative contracts and improve their financial status, says Wells. And fix up Catherine Hall pitch versus Trinidad, that was a disgrace, said Formula. Carpet grass, we want on the field them, said Hazard. Hazard no really business about the finance. Carpet him say right now. Jamaican Guna say, ask Mr. Speed if hold on, me have to read out the comments, them set of comments. Okay? Before that we will just end up talking and the fans them just there. We have to get them involved, Mikey. And fix up, that says fix up. If Jamaica win the Gold Cup, ask Mr. Speed if him have aspiration to one day coach to coach Reggae Boys. I think somebody just asked that. Big League Len say if Jamaica win the Gold Cup, the stadium I go full back. Last time Jamaica play Argentina, the ticket was $300. Joe Grind is saying Shamar is back at the class, no subject. Boza is which future? Carla, stop it, says Detonation. I'm alive. Volume on your mic. Odin Ambala Kick say not yet, but if Jamaica starts to win more games, you're gonna be surprised. People will come out and see them. Bozan already, says Joe Grind. The thing fly past him. Big up Detonation. Gavin Ebanks says Canada sending on sending on the stadiums for the World Cup. That are done the money spending. He wants to say probably. Kevin says 2 spots left for Copa America. Mr. Speed lose to one of the worst coach in history. How did that happen? Says Troy. Colin Quest says, Mr. Speed, respectfully, Mr. Sir, you are a PE coach. You make some big belly man beat up your team. Leroy Bailey said, we need we at the people. You have to get a round of applause for that one there. Hey, Mr. Speed, can you get the JFF video department to stream live national team games using Discord technology? All right, Marlon joined the stream. Marlon, is this Marlon Nelson? You said that Guadeloupe was supposed to drop 6 on Guatemala. Marlon, please explain to the rest of us, well, me, myself, a football novice, how was that supposed to happen and it didn't occur, sir? If you have the chance to do that, Marlon.
I'm just going to tell you, for the Copa America qualification, the Copa America qualification has nothing to do with the Gold Cup.
Okay.
Right? The Gold Cup is a whole different tournament. The top 2 teams from each group, from Group A and Group B, that first and second, they go on to the quarterfinal with the 4 other teams already there: US, Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico. Right? The 4 quarterfinalists, the 4 semifinalists, they automatically qualify. Then there's a playoff between from 5th to 8th. So the team that comes 5th and 6th, they will advance to the Copa America. So it has nothing to do with who wins the Gold Cup and who goes to the Gold Cup final. That's how the qualification go for Concacaf teams.
Okay, Marlon broke it down. But Marlon, the Guatemala game, you said that Guadeloupe should have dropped 6 on them. You think it was that one-sided?
The strikers were wasteful, JT. Anybody watch the game and analyze the football, the Guadeloupe strikers were wasteful, right?
Okay.
And even at the end, you got a penalty to take it to qualify and go through same way with a draw, right? And they still mess it up same way. So I guess because Guadeloupe they have a good attacking side because Ambrose was
a
terrorizing.
menace. He was a menace.
He was terrorizing him same way, and he's a person I call the mini Antonio, right? Not that physical, but he was giving them trouble the whole evening. So they were very wasteful, and I think that came along from even when they beat Cuba, they missed a lot of chance same way. But if you compare how they play, they don't play a high tempo game, right? They play a more tactical build up, pass it through the midfield to the wings, right? Phaeton is somebody who is a winger, but he's not that pacey winger. But once he reaches around the 18-yard box, he's very lethal from out there. So, if you look at it, Guatemala has had the home support, but if you look at the chances, if you look at the chances that they got, Guadeloupe had the chance to win the game, and they got the chance even to draw back the game in the 88 minutes of play. So.
How do you think Jamaica should approach this game to break down Guatemala?
I don't see Jamaica having a problem to break down Guatemala.
Okay,
Guatemala and El Salvador are the two Central America teams that Jamaica match up with, whether they play local-based team or everybody. Jamaica always have the better against them.
Yeah.
Guatemala has beat them 2 times. The last time they played in the World Cup qualifier, it was a must-win game for them, right? They won the game 2-1, right? And that was for the 2014 World Cup when they had Jamaica, USA, and Guatemala in the same group, and Antigua, right? So if you look at it, it's 10 wins to 3 losses and 3 draw, right? In the Gold Cup, we have some big shootout game against them. I remember 2003. On the low, put on a masterclass, then got recorded. And this is one thing our defense have to look out. This is a team, when you come about tricking the referee, the Guatemalans are used to that. Yep. Once you're very physical to them, that's what the strikers will do.
Yeah, they're very good at acting. They're very good at acting. What about those balls, Marlon, coming in the box where I at an angle? Where we sometimes tend to just fall off the concentration. Is that something we should worry about?
They don't screw the ball out. What you will get from them, you will get the players arriving late in the box. But I think we have a sound defense, right? If you can keep Lopez and Meyer in the midfield. Because it's not the El Salvador team that who knocks 600 passes or 500 passes on you in quick succession, right?
They are very slow on the ball.
Right? They build up, but they build up slow. They don't build up with the pace as El Salvador. But I think, as Mr. Speed must also know this as well, because he's been around the football longer than me, right? We know that when it comes to Jamaica scoring goal against Guatemala, Jamaica, especially when it comes to the physicality, we always manhandle them in that maneuver. And I think we have a coach, and what person have to realize now, we have a tournament coach.
No, I think we have a real coach now.
He's a coach who goes and set up his team first not to lose the game, right? We have seen it from the Euros, we have seen it from the World Cup, right? We saw in the Nation League same way in the Euro. So he knows how to fit up his team, and I think having these players now.
Marlon, hold on, Marlon just made an amazing point there, that the coach is a tournament coach, because that's something that I think I maybe overlooked a little bit. he got some of his best results in some tournaments where his teams didn't really was considered to be a team that was going to compete. So that's a really good point, Marlon.
And the coach said him never lose
yeah,
a game yet, in competition game yet for Jamaica. On a practice game, him lose. Him don't lose no competition game, no competitive game.
Yeah.
But I have a quick question, right? Regarding the physicality. Even though this coach is a tournament coach, right? We have to remember that this is Concacaf. And Concacaf is dominated by a lot of referees from Central and South America. And knowing that Jamaica is normally a physical team, we tend to get dealt a bad hand with the referees making insidious calls. Like, they call everything. So even though he's a tournament coach, I think he's gonna
have his
struggle
hand
a little
full,
bit
yeah.
with.
Well, I could give you some information right now about the referees. I mean, it seemed like it's 2 Canadian referees.
Okay.
One from Trinidad and Tobago, and the 4th official is from USA. And for the VAR, they're both from USA, so I don't think we'll be up against that issue.
Okay. And Mr. Speed, is it can the JFF make a complaint about some of these calls against Jamaica from these referees? Because some of these calls are just absurd.
And JT, then oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, no, it's something that is not. We have spoken about it and about the calls before, like in the World Cup qualifiers, and we get some bad call that could have turned our process around. But you see, what we don't want to see is for us to start focusing on that, because referee is a match, is what they call a match resistant. It's something that can make you lose. So every good coach know that. So but there's other things can make you lose too. There's about 5 of them. But so what you don't want to do is start to focus on those things and not focus on what you can do best. So I wouldn't, if I was Jamaica, I wouldn't be focus on trying to say Concacaf, them going to fight you and all of those things, because I think this team is very mature and understand crowd violence, because somebody was mentioning it before, understand that they have to win at all costs if they want to prove themselves. So I don't think we should go there as a country to start to put in protests. It only takes away from our concentration, I think.
Okay.
Mr. Speed, I have a question for you. How much professional players you think? Just give me, I know you don't have the exact number, playing overseas, Jamaica.
Oh, we have the exact number, man. This coaching staff, listen to me. This coaching staff we have, me tell you, so them are pro. Them have at least 250 people who can represent Jamaica.
And how many teams are? Okay, how many teams have in Jamaica Premier League?
How much players are in Jamaica Premier League?
How many teams we have? 14, right? Or 12?
14, yeah.
So tell me something now, Mr. Speed. If, let's say, all those 200 professionals come back and join a Premier League team, don't you think Jamaica football standard would lift up?
Yeah, but we can't pay them. These players everywhere in the world.
No. What I'm trying to get at, the reason why Jamaica, people complain about Jamaica JPL is because every time a 2 good players come, them gone. So you're replacing them with young schoolboys.
It's a feeder league. It's a feeder league.
It's like your best players going overseas, so your league going to kind of suffocate.
It's a feeder league. The Premier League is a feeder league, basically.
It's a feeder league. It's not the real thing.
Right. So therefore, people complaining that the standard is low. But the reason why the standard is low, because as a good player come out of school and play the Premier League, him gone. So the league can't get the pro.
That's not the main reason. I don't think that's the main reason.
What's the main reason you think?
Main reason is because we have a quality coach from them go primary school.
I think so. Arsene Wenger, I keep saying, people go and watch that interview where Arsene Wenger he talked about the development stages. Yeah. He said from 8 to 12, fundamentals. And from 12 to like 17 is another stage. And then when it gets to 17, 18 is the mindset and the perseverance. He said if you don't have the perseverance when you hit 17, 18, he said that's what it's the first thing he looks for when a young player comes in. Does this player have the perseverance to actually get the top job as a pro football player? So a lot of times we can see talented youngsters up to that age, but do they have that mindset? And a lot of them miss out the fundamentals.
Right. So our league is still a developing league. What you want to do is get as much talented player in there playing against big men, then the cream rise to the top. So in our plus, as I said before, the education is best in Europe, South America. Those have people have the best coaching and help players develop. So you want your players to show to make them name in our JPL and move quickly to one of those things. What should happen? Make the JPL become a standard. When the players finish playing, a few of them should come back and play in a JPL to maintain a certain standard that young players can emulate. So that is what I would like to do. But for right now, for the next 10 years, it's a development league.
Yeah. And I think it's the national. Go ahead, Ames.
Oh no, continue point. I just wanted to ask Mr. Speed a question, but continue point.
I said, Ames, I think the national team winning is what's gonna help to lift up the local game. I think after that World Cup and that dormant period that we had between 98, it kind of killed the motivation of football and the spirit on the island. So I think, go ahead.
Taylor, I want to say something. After the 98 World Cup, from 98 to about 2010, the standard was very good,
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bad luck we get in the World Cup qualifying, bad games. But I think it started to drop off like 2010 going up to now. What do you think about Upside Speed?
There was a time when there was one particular coach said no local players was good enough. I mean, even if you think so, you shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
And I think that was the worst time in the history of players development.
What year was that? What year was that?
I can't talk certain things. You have to
Okay.
But what happened now then when we started to use back the young players, it started to grow. But again, let me go back to it again. The coaching in the country was so stagnant that the players. All right, let me give you a simple example. Why you think so much player go abroad and come back? If a coach come to most of our players, even now and say, today the training is playing in transition attack. How much people don't know me just a little while? You see the point? So what is happening now when the player then go overseas and get the coaching or our coaching develop? Mikel Antonio will know what that means and the local player will know what that means. So when they come together, the gap not so great. But now the gap so great because even at training session, if you had a lot of local players there, half of the player wouldn't even have a clue where the coach are trying to achieve when he says.
Jesus Christ.
When to drop and when to drop the defense and when to advance the defense. And these are skills where you have to teach it till people know. So the point that I make is it's hard for your gel, as me say, a man who a Benz in a A class and a man who in a different class. It's hard for you to gel them. So once we get the quality close,
yes,
then we have much better teams.
Yeah. And the key, before you come in, Ames, I think the key, that's why our local players at least have to go overseas and get at least 1 or 2 seasons under their belt. Because even, as you said about Richard King, no matter what it is, he's still playing in an organized and a professional environment. He has to now take the opportunity and kick on. He has to kick on.
Look here, Jamaica the Premier League is ranked 170 in the world. Where King gone, everybody has said, well, you see him got Iceland for Iceland ranked 86. So him jump more than half the ranking by going there. So that's but a lot of people don't know these things. So them just talk like a talk shop. But it's a reality. 86 to 170. But guess what? Mikel Antonio played number 1 league in the world. Everybody you realize the difference from 170 to 1.
Yeah, it's a big jump. Jamaica still a try reach 50. Ames.
Yeah, Mr. Speed, I have a question. And it's been troubling me I want to dial it back to the CAC games. Now, we keep hearing about the CAC games and thing, and there's a point where we didn't know if we was going to be participating. We didn't know who the coaching staff was. And then out of the blue, we got that information. Now we're seeing the likes of Rudolph Austin and I don't remember his government name, but the other coach I call Fuzzy. But I just want to know the explanation behind selecting these coaches for this tournament.
All right. So what happened was that the CSC games was supposed to feature
John Wall.
next best setup. John Wall was supposed to be the coach. Al Grimson was supposed to take over the squad and do him thing because it was supposed to feature the next best setup player 22 years and under. You have to born 2001 or after though. It wasn't a yes, and it was an age constraint. We had 18 players from overseas, and you know the ones that we have the age where we scout and say, okay, them here we're going to use, and we end up with about 15 players from a local Premier League. Most people play like 2,000 minutes, so it was a cream of the crop from a local Premier League. So the squad was supposed to be picked from that. What happened was that, let me tell you how games stay. Games is different from even World Cup and football tournaments. Games, you have to pick the player them like 60 days before the games, because remember, you're living in a village with 10,000 other athletes. It's not football people alone now. All the rest of sport them in the same village. They have to check you out to see if you're a terrorist and all of that, so you have to send in the name there early. So what happened to the games timing was before the end of June, and a lot of clubs not releasing them player. You can't talk to them about release any player unless it's a FIFA window. So it's not a FIFA window, and before the end of June. So a lot of the players that we have, the 18 overseas, the club quit on us and said no, they're not releasing them.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And so that is why we had to go back and have a local squad. Then it was the Gold Cup or the coaches, which we want to send the top coaches. John Wall is an integral part of the thing. So we end up had to just draw for some coaches who could have find and send the team, because we still wanted to send the team for development purpose instead of not sending anybody. So we end up in a spot where we just have to do what we had to do. So it was unfortunate, but we never have no choice.
And I think, Mr. Speed, I just think the CSC game was just bad timing. It's timing.
Yeah, it's bad timing. Bad. I'm going to tell you one more thing. I need to tell you this. What happened to, we have some players, who could have gone to the CSC game, like King and Splat, and some of those really other talented young players. But the coach also came down to 30 players. So he had some of those young players in 30, not in eventually pick them in 23, but because he had to commit at a certain point in time.
Yes.
You couldn't commit those players. So we just get lick every way you could have think of. Every single way. So there was other good players too, we never met the 23, but them was in the 32 where the coach would bring it down from 50 to 32. After a while, he registered 50 in a Gold Cup, he bring it down to 32 and he stuck it there so. And we are look about everybody there so. So him now release those 10 players, no, not 10, 9 players who could have got to the CSE games, because he might think if he might pick them or not. I remember said there was injury and he don't want to leave himself short either, because Gold Cup are the priority. We just get lick from every side.
I agree. I thought the timing, because even when we were questioning that Ames, like, how is John Wall going to be a part of the process with the Gold Cup? And I think John Wall and Coach Jaime, they know why they're in Jamaica. They're in Jamaica to go to a World Cup. So the priority is the senior team. And I think... go ahead.
Then Jamaica World Cup, they passed the first round.
Yeah. We were thinking that John should go initially, but then we had to throw that out the window, especially when we didn't get the players that we wanted. We just have to throw it out the window.
I don't have any issues.
Right, hold on. I don't want nobody feel like I appreciate the answer of Mr. Speaker. I appreciate and I understand fully, but I just want to get more clarity in terms that if was Fuzzy the only option that we could have draw from the local base of coaches, or he was the only one available to take up this team.
One of the things what we do in a JFF is we put some rules in place. Listen, if you don't have at least an international coaching license, we now make a coach national team. So there's other people, but then don't have an international coaching license, because at some point we have to set the standard, and we set it about 3 years ago and say, listen, there's no way we're going to make a coach on national team, because a lot of people who used to coach national team refuse to upgrade them badge, And there's no way we can encourage them to do it unless we put some rules in place. Well, to be honest, I know it's not just we alone, because in all overseas countries, the modern ones, you have to have certain badge for coaching of them. Coach, now you think you're good. And so there was other coach, but we just couldn't use them because of that reason.
Okay, I understand fully. You can go ahead, JT. What JT gone?
Oh, the other problem to say with games, you know, say 5 person and give per team. And I like we can carry 10 man additional official. So again, we have to put Dunzel in there and cut some man, put some people around him. And if you notice, when the boys were playing, you saw Xavier Gilbert on the bench too, trying to help out because games different from football tournaments. And give you 5 spots as official. So, you know, we have to work it. Difficult games.
But I must admit though, I like the fact that you incorporate Rudolph Austin into the thing. I think that I definitely want to see him more around in terms of coaching around our football. So I don't know if you have any information on his development and the type of license what
well,
him
he
actually
has
going
he
for.
has a C license, but when we did the course, he was one of the best by far. So we say, yo, like we encourage him. He might doing B license come August, so we say make we encourage him because you know what we have tried now is build a big pool and make the cream rise to the top. He was the assistant coach at Portmore, you know, this season. So you know, and him have a lot of experience and him very intense, and we were very impressed with him when him do the thing. So that is why we carry him as our assistant, not as a head coach, but as our assistant. We go and learn the ropes, and we'll do more of that.
Yeah, I'm to the coach from Kingston Academy. I really would want, because I know he did his coaching license in the Netherlands, so I'm sure he got a little taste of the total football.
No.
He's not ready.
Him do the C license, Austin too. Him do the C license like Austin in Jamaica, the Concacaf C.
So he didn't do a course in Netherlands.
Yeah, him not have anything higher than that.
Okay, so he needs to. Okay.
Mr. Speed, how long it take you for like get that C license? Is
It can take about 4 weekends. Can we do it on one weekend? About 4 weekends. If you're slow, it might take a long. About 4 weekends.
anyone can just say what they want to be a coach and they get it?
No, you have to do D. You have to do D first before you can do C.
How to get that? How to start that coaching career?
Oh no, JFF has those every week. We can teach a D in Jamaica. So every parish, any parish you're in, just talk to the office, the parish association, and they will tell you when they are going to keep it. Cause we keep like 2 every year, 2 in the parish each year, 2 each year, and then is the JFF do keep C, cause that is universal. So that all of those are kept at technical center. The C and the B, those are the ones we teach in Jamaica now. Next year we're trying to do 1A, but so far as those are the ones. So parish for the D, JFF for the C.
Big
Okay,
question here,
cool.
Mr. Speed. Big question here. You think that you were out coached by Jamaica most winningest coach in that finals? Because a lot of people are saying, like, you know, Cavalier does play organized football, and I wanted Cavaliers to win because of the way how you give young players an opportunity every year to come through, and I support the club because they at least try to play organized football. I think Mount Pleasant was more physical than your team, and they seem like they wanted it a bit more, but I know there were difficulties, especially the game before players get robbed and stick up and people chop the line and bag of things. But did you think you were out coached in that game?
Well, I mean, me the first coach when me lose, we take all the blame, you know, because that's how they blame. So I take all of the blame. I take the blame for it. What happened though is there was like 3 defining moments in the game, and then you can decide if I'm out coach or not. 2 of the goals that they score was offset play, corner, same player. The same player who was supposed to mark him didn't mark it. The guy that scored the 2 goals. And they scored 2 goals. They never break our line not even one time and get a look at our goalkeeper. We did that and score on them. And in the 85th minute, everybody can go back and check. My left midfielder got a, you know, all he had to do was just cross the ball to Webster or Chanel in the box all alone, and it would have been 2-1 in our favor. So we can take those things and decide if we're out coach. But I mean, there's a lot of other factors. If you look, we lost 12 players at the start of during the season, and at the start they bought 12.
wow.
The coach of that club get more paid than all my players combined and the coaching staff combined. Them have about 70 staff member. We have 7. Their budget is probably 10 times or 12 times what ours is. So I mean, my players, this is the youngest professional team in the world. The average
It's
age
like
was
a
under
man
20.
is Liverpool.
Yeah, and then they had all the national players. All of them players play for national team before.
Yeah.
There was no big belly man on the team. That's not true. So, as a matter,
I think they're talking about the coach, Mr. Speed himself, not the actual players.
No. Oh, the coach. But it no matter. Somebody, as a matter of fact, it is a study now in the Caribbean as to how we did so well against all of that might, and what you do as a coach. So I don't, as I said before, this is my 5th player. I just work out a sale for my 5th player, go overseas, go play. I don't know if them send one. I would have thought that I won the season, but they get 2.5 million for win the cup. I'm not going to tell you how much money we make this year off a sale of players.
Jesus Christ, Mr. Speed choppy line, people. Mr. Speed choppy line, you choppy line.
Anybody in the group can tell me who win. I don't care. I think I did well. I mean, I had players that was 16 years of age playing in the finals, 16-year-olds on the pitch, 17-year-old. May have some more for sale next year and the year after. So everybody can decide who win.
Who was seal? There's a question in the comment section, and it's so funny. Aaron Campbell, I swear to you, that was my next question for Mr. Speed. Kyle Ming, I just can't understand why this player cannot surface. And watching Kyle Ming at Cavaliers, I like the fact that he's always around the football. For some reason, when the football is in the defensive third, he's always around the football. And I believe that any coach who has those kind of player, they enjoy having those kind of, certain like Lati Bodier enjoys tackling, enjoys tracking the football. Kyle Ming seems like that kind of player to me. What Kyle Ming is just not surfacing. Is it his position or what's going on with the player?
Well, you are correct. He made the Premier League team as, I think he's the best defender in the league, without a doubt. But there's a paradox with Kyle Ming. I believe Kyle Ming is the best right back in the country. Kyle Ming loves to play centre half though.
Oh God.
So somewhere along the line, I think I have to go make a decision. I think if he was playing right back, he would have been gone a long time, all the time.
He would have been competing in the national team for a right back position.
Yeah, and gone overseas.
Mr. Speed. Remember me and you have that conversation at Jacksal from 2019, you know?
Yeah,
but me tell you, he's the best right back, and even at Management Show we are talking about it. Yes, he do a good job there, but I think as a centre back at the international level, I don't see him moving on. And I even said it to him that time when he and Gideon was playing left back and he was playing right back. Right? At that time, I think they were the 2 best wing back in the country at that time.
Yeah. No, it's true. So it's something that me and him have to sit down this season and work out. Say, listen, at times you think about yourself and play right back because you're the best in the country for you.
Yeah, he has to. And Romain Blake, I think it's the same discussion is gonna happen to Romain Blake. He wants to play centre back, but Mr. Speed, I don't think he has the build for that. A lot of people are saying to me that look how composed he is. I'm just looking at his physical structure, and I don't think he can hold up in a man's game.
JT, what Blake has done? Blake is right, and I think he's not somebody you're gonna really go and out Muslim, right? I think Blake has been one of the defenders that really stood up to Trevante this season, right? And that was before we had the one-on-one with Trevante, right? Because he wasn't using his body at that time, but he stood up to him against Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant. Right? I think Blake could have even got a wonderful match that night. But it's really good. I mean, if I big up Mr. Speed and Colin and Renella, you know, Renella are my ball a long time. But for Colin to come and start being a late bloomer and leading goal scorer in the league, right? And getting a chance to move to Europe now. It's a good look for them still, and I hope they go second long, and it's a good time that they're going. They're not going in the winter season, so they're in the summer now, so they can adjust same time. All right. I said to Mr. Speed that my problem was for King and Busy to go there. Adjust in May to the weather. April, May in Iceland, and I see that they have gone. King has started every game. He's actually been there. So I think they will improve in their career going forward. I'm not looking for King to really stay in the league that long, because I think I believe he's probably one of the better defender there right now in the team.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good, guys. Another Jamaican, again, another youngster. As I said, Richard King is a player that I saw in the Peru game. First time I really took a look at him, and then I went back and started watching him again at Cavaliers. And there is a few things that I think, as I said, he needs to work on. Richard King just need to work on closing out, finish out plays. He tracks, he gets back there, but sometimes he just comes up late to make that saving tackle. Someone else wants to know about Jadine White, the goalkeeper. What happened to Jadine White? And
right.
Yeah.
No, but Jadine White kept about 14 games for us this season. What happened is that we also have Vino Bartlett, who is such outstanding keeper from St. Lucia, so they share the game. Jadine White was mainly responsible for the knockout. Bartlett play more in the league. Jadine White also played, but Jadine White suffered a horrendous injury early in the season when he was really on top form. I think it affected him for the rest of the season. But Jadine is still here, and we expect him to come good. The good thing about goalkeepers, he's still only 22.
Yes.
Them have a little time.
Yeah, needs to slim down a bit, though, right?
Yeah, we talk about that too. And him saying working hard to get him weight down.
But Mr. Speed, and the person of Vino is one of the best keepers in the car in CFU.
Yes, in the car.
Yes. Normal keeper. So person who don't know that he's one of the best ranked keeper in the CFU.
Yep.
They want to know about the Arnett goalkeeper, Mr. Speed.
No, man. Vino in a different two keeper in a Jamaica in another category, and Vino and Foster. Them they are the two best in another category.
And Mr. Speed and Mr. Still Davis. I don't know how more players are gonna work it out this season, but I think Chambers have to come and work for that number one spot. This guy has something special about him. His delivery. He's a person who takes ownership of that 18-yard box. Right? He's not the biggest keeper. Person might see man say that he's 6'4". He's not that big, but he's very, very commanding around the box, and his delivery is really
problem for them. It's a good problem for them to have. So
okay, somebody saying he's very short. The Arnett keeper. They're saying in the comment section that he's very short.
Oh, what they're talking? They're talking Hutchison.
They just keep saying Arnett. I just seen people saying Arnett keeper. Arnett keeper.
Hutchison. It's two keeper they have, man. It's Hutchison.
He went to the CSC game, Hutchinson, and he considered the 6, I think.
Is the little short guy there? No,
yeah,
man.
He's the second keeper.
No, he must have called it a day upon a goalkeeper thing. It's not gonna. He's very good. His reaction speed is good, and he can fly. But if he's concerned, you have to fly around him.
He's short, but he's exceptional.
Yeah, but Mr. Speed, he's just gonna get boxed out. A lot of balls coming in the box as well. If imagine him come up against a Mikel Antonio or some. Imagine him coming up against defenders, because defenders coming in on corners.
Or block him.
Yeah, they're gonna box him out. He needs. I don't know. He's probably gonna have to try another sport or play.
Anyway, JT, it's 12 o'clock where me there now, so me I gonna leave you.
Yeah, man. We are chopping line, man. Thanks for
coming.
I'm
in Amsterdam, actually. So.
Amsterdam, there?
Yeah.
At 11:43, brother. Okay. Amsterdam, there. Mind you, make the people. Say yesterday we have to put out a missing report for one of my brethren, a youth from Trinidad. The man go on festival, and yesterday his wife called, says a week and a half him not come home. So as me put it up on Instagram in surface. But me know say I meet
red light district.
No, I meet some kind of woman and gone after party and just reach back to his wife, brother. I Europe, I'm telling you people, I'm telling you, boy. You know, in Trinidad while, you know, man. One day, you know, me I tell him, say, brother, I don't know your wife put up with you 1 week straight, you gone. Cha.
So, JT, do you have your starting 11 for Sunday coming?
My starting 11 is the starting 11 is Latiba there, who enjoys there's not a lot of positions that we need, and remember, and I think there's
just say the US start with the US game.
the
no, man,
US
and
game,
just
yeah.
put one or two and put in, yeah.
We put in
US
low, and it's gonna be low and Dishard Bernard for me, because Dishard Bernard is exceptional in the air and he's just composed. And you need somebody like that next to Damian Lowe. Mariappa, I think this should be his send-off. We need to have that next. And this is good. Dishard Bernard is getting quality experience in Concacaf. Because I tell people, you know, it's not about the quality that you come into Concacaf with. This region can humble anyone. I'm telling you, it's something about Concacaf that makes you take time to hit the ground running. But Dishard Bernard seems like he's fitting in very well. And with a Damian Lowe getting up there in age, Ethan Pinnock, we're looking good in. And Richard King is working hard. I think Richard King is not going to sit silently. He wants to get back in there. So, and I think that's going to happen for Richard King when he makes that next move. Hopefully, I don't want to see Richard King back in the JPL, Mr. Speed. No defender, nothing left Jamaica and go back into the JPL. We can say the youngsters, then we're going at the attacking role and stuff where they get exposed. That's different. Richard King just needs to be a sponge, soak up all the information he needs to get. And he's in Coach Jaime Hallgrim's country. So if he gets the job done there, I'm sure the coach will be getting some good references from Iceland about the player. So Richard King just needs to improve and kick on. Starting lineup stays the same for me. I like what the coach did in the St. Vincent game. He tried different combinations in the middle of the park. So if we're
who you think in the middle, Lambert and Latiba there, or Latiba there and...
No, so you see, it's the USA game, as Mr. Speed said, but what I like was he tried Russell and Daniel Johnson and those guys. That's the formation if Jamaica is down by a goal. If Jamaica is down by a goal, I'm sure you're gonna see him pull Lambert, because then we have to go more on the front foot. You might see him pull a Lambert.
And this 4-4-2, I don't say anything wrong with this 4-4-2 going forward, neither.
Bro, I think this coach has played this 4-4-2 and make this 4-4-2 look different. It doesn't look like a straight out 4-4-2 to me. It looked like it's a 4-4-2 that's very flexible. What do you think about that, Marlon? It doesn't look like a static 4-4-2 right off the bat for me.
It's a 4-1-4 formation, man. The system started at 4-4-2, but when it's flexible, it goes to 4-1, 4-1,
4-2-3-1.
4-1, and sometimes 4-2-3-1. Liam Bailey has a free role to drop in the pockets, whether on the right flank or the left flank, come in the midfield, right? So he's there. That's if you notice, even the Trinidad game, he find himself on the rotation between him and Demar Gray at times, right? At times you find even the Trinidad game, you find that Anthony was coming on the right flank, right? And Leon was on the left, and Demar was like in the striker's role here, right? So what he have now, he has 4 players who are very flexible at the front there, so they can rotate a lot. So it's not really a static 4-4-2. We have the 2 strikers being up there on the centre back. Bailey has a free roll to roam.
Bailey is a 9.5 or a 10.5, whichever one you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's more in the 10 role here. So he has all the opportunity now to, he don't have to put in a lot of defensive work that he would have done on the flank, right? So that's why he has so much freedom. And the thing that I like still, the midfielders, they're running, they're coming from deep at times, because I even say Antonio was looking to tread a true pass to Latibo there,
I saw that.
and had too much on it.
Yeah.
Right, and you saw Lambert, even the games before, Lambert was coming into the box as well.
And in the St. Kitts game, Mikel Antonio came up a lot more on the left hand side in the first half. You saw that, right? He was more down the left flank, and Demarai Gray was a bit more central in that game.
But I see something right now. You see, guess what? I think we're gonna see a different Mikel Antonio in this knockout stage.
I think he's gonna be the problem for Guatemala.
He's not gonna be the player who'll be looking at. So guess what? Demarai a one goal score a second one, man.
Yeah, they give them goal already. Give them goal already. Big point that
yeah, but Mikel Antonio say if you even see him play for West Ham even this year, him not look like him perturbed if he must score or not. Him just want to contribute, which is such a
selfless thing to do.
Yeah. Him play like a Giroud, like him play that role.
Yeah, I like that about, because even that goal he gave Demarai Gray, more striker. Big up yourself, Shamar. Can you get a belt buckle for that? You're not pass the ball there. You're not pass that. He might try to score it. He might try to score it, and that's what we team. I think for Jamaica to be able to compete against anybody and everyone, we're lacking about 3 more players. I still think we need to. I'm talking about in the future. We need to shore up that right back position. And I think we need another cutting edge midfielder. We need
and next me in the left back.
Yes, the left back and the right back position. I was gonna get to that. The right back position, Lembikisa, somebody say Lembi. We need to pronounce it correctly. Lembikisa, I think him and Javian Brown. Lembikisa looks like he's growing into his game though. He looks a bit more confident the last game. I saw him moving forward a bit. Both our wing backs doesn't go forward. So I would like if we can get at least one wing back on the field who pushes the play a bit forward.
You can't say that, because maybe that's the instruction. Let me explain to you. This we call a resting back four. If you realize, remember we were conceding like 2 goals, not so much, and 1 goal. So a coach have to do something for that, to deal with that, When you concede goal, you can't win. In international football, if you concede too much. So it could be that you decide to play a resting back four. So it's the instruction.
No, man. Coach Speed, after the post conference, I hear the coach say, second half, them a go for it. So that wasn't the case. I'm kind of see with Bell, him not really look like that type of left back come with a one for attacking. You know what I mean?
You agree with me doing a caller. That's what I kind of saying. A resting back four means you go forward, A lot. You go behind the back.
Bell came up as an attacking left back. Bell's game was built on attack, right? Is it less a part of his career now, right?
He's more
becoming right. And guess what? If I don't know if you guys noticed, because I followed the player a long time, right? It's when he went to Luton Town the first season before they got when he got signed the last Gold Cup at Luton Town while he was in the Gold Cup. Right? When he went there, they created a system, turned it in a back 5, in a back 3 for Bell to attack a lot, right? And he was getting assists. It was this season now when one of the centre back went down.
Yeah.
They end up take him and use him to play as a left centre back in that back 3 same way. So he has been playing an out and out left back all season. So persons have to understand that, and it's the same thing with Javier Brown as well. When Javier Brown is playing for Vancouver, he's playing as an out and out wing back, right? In a back 3 there. So when you come to Jamaica to play a whole different thing, because guess what? When you go forward, who will come and come.
As you said, Javier Brown, I see Devon Porter, because Devon Porter said me beat Javier Brown, Marlon, I still think Javier Brown, if he doesn't improve, he's on the chopping block for another player to come in and play better and take his spot.
And that's what I said. When the players are, that's why person say they perform well, but they're playing at different systems, right? Different formation they're playing, so they have more freedom, right? Like Amari Bell would have been a more attacking outlet. For majority of the season, he has been centre back, right, in that back three, right? Javin has been playing centre back some of the time in the back three, and most of the time he's playing as a right wing back. So when you're playing a right back in a back three, right, you have a lot of a chance to go more attacking than defending. Because there's somebody there who will be there in the pocket for you when you go forward, and the central midfielder can drop back in. So it's a different it's a different system.
Marlon,
When
you
it
know
comes to
things that Javian Brown gets out of position a lot, Marlon. I don't know.
What
Is
Marlon is
that
saying
cannot be
explains it, you know.
instruction from
What
the
Marlon
coach?
is saying explains it. When you play with a three centre halves, the coach is inviting you for the attack and out of position to defend a long time because the right centre half would back him up. That is what he's saying. So him in a like a slightly unfamiliar territory. All of the shapes and the looks different to him from playing right back with three centre halves and playing right back when a four are you. So that's what Marlon was explaining. Both for him and Bell. Makes sense.
Warren Webster just joined the show. Him say, "Oh, you fire Tapper and make him beat you." That's just football, brother. For me, as long as Tapper don't coach the national team again, me alright. Him can win everything anywhere him go. I just believe that the temperament and dealing with player, we need a diplomatic coach. And Marlon, me know say Tapper is your guy. But as I said, he has to work on his people skill.
Tapper is my guy for more pleasant.
Okay,
right?
okay. Not for the national team.
Tapper is okay down here in Central. I'm telling you, don't even think about Jamaica team last time.
No, right now, Marlon. We don't want to go backwards. No. Because Tapper make me download all the belt team.
Don't think about Jamaica. Mount Pleasant is giving a better package on the national team. You think about Mount Pleasant right now. So right now, Caribbean Cup and Champions League. That's
Marlon, you see what the coach did when the coach took the players to, I think, Rosal and them places and just tried to get a team energy going. Those things were, you see, the funny thing, you know, I said this to Dennis Chung on the stream. I said, Dennis, when is Jamaica team gonna start showing up at schools when they're on the island? Let the young kids see their stars and get close. Coach Jaime came in, first thing him do, we start see picture, Leon Bailey and the kids them. Rosal, the team bonding. When you look at the team now, me feel good about the team, brother. Me just feel good about the team. There's a different energy around the team. Even Andre Blake, I tell people, under Theodore Whitmore, we almost want coffee. Andre Blake leave the team because he just looked like he wasn't motivated. Andre Blake to me now look like the number 1 draft pick that came out of UConn. He looks like he got a new energy, like he's been rejuvenated. He's ready to play again. And this is what we want. And I think that came down to the lack of people skill by Theodore Whitmore. He wasn't able to galvanize that camaraderie that we needed. And I think this coach, this is a man with a plan. And we're seeing it. And I said, to people, I just wanted the coach to get out of the first round in a Marlon. Because you see, if he never get out of the first round, everybody, the local them may rise up right now. And say, see there, Tapper go 2 finals, Tapper go semi-finals. How if a man come and pay him so much and him not even get out of the first round? And that I'm not going to wait for say, So me did just want the coach get out of the first round. And not only that we got out of the first round, we look pretty damn good getting out of the first round. I was not declining.
You look to a final, semi-final, quarter-final. So he was in decline big time. Final 2000 Schaefer did with a lesser team. Then you went to semi-final, right? And I've said it to person over the past 7 Gold Cups, right? There's only 3 teams that have beat Jamaica: Costa Rica, US, and Mexico.
Yeah.
Right? Those are the 3 teams. We have lost to USA 2 quarterfinals, 1 final, 1 semi-final, right? Lost to Mexico in a quarterfinal as well, and a final. Right? Costa Rica beat us in 2021 in the top of the table clash. So Jamaica Gold Cup record is really, really good. So and it showed you something. It showed that the 2 top teams are playing in our life same way. and Costa Rica. So the three top echelons of Concacaf,
Yeah.
right? They are the one that we struggle to beat there.
Marlon, you know about the youngsters them. What about this youngster that says Omari Hutchinson has been the young Arsenal man? What are some of his attributes? What do you think he can bring to the team in the future? Obviously,
Goal scoring,
goal scoring.
goal predator. If you're looking about the bunch of young strikers of Jamaican heritage, he was actually top talent. I think he did his ligament early in the season, right? Stopping the late part. Him, Mason Burstow, Malik Malasil, these guys. I think Burstow has more. Burstow will be more ready for international football right now, because he was someone who was playing in League One as a 17, 18-year-old, got bought by Chelsea, and you know they go Chelsea. If you don't go immediately and run, it's a junior team. So, but if JT, if you look at some 19-year-old, some 20-year-old strikers out there, the Reese Clear, these guys, Romelo, Mitchell, and these guys, there's a whole bunch of talented. These guys are just all about goals.
That's what we need.
So,
That's what we need. And I said it, this coach, I think what he's gonna come in and do is make Jamaica a difficult team to beat, and then we start getting on the front foot. And because I can't even playing against anybody, I can't remember the last time Jamaica gave anybody 5, I can't remember the last. When was that, Marlon? Dig up the archives. When was the last time Jamaica gave anybody 5?
Thank you, son. Grenada.
And it's a different St. Kitts right now.
Everybody get better. But JT, to be honest, I have to leave in a couple minutes because I forgot training.
Yeah, man. No problem.
So I really the Reggae Girls I'm there with still,
Okay. They're in the Netherlands?
Yeah, man. Them I tell us Amsterdam, I think I joke me that make.
Yeah, because I just, with all the news coming out, I just stay away from that side. When me see...
Not true, man. I hear fake news, man. Not true. Them girl, them good, man. Them have them chartered flight for go.
Come here, say, Mr. Speed. Me say no. No, it's impossible. That's why people send me amount of thing today. I didn't even make a video on it. I said, no, I have to watch this thing play out. This is impossible for the Reggae Girls not to have a flight to Australia. Impossible.
Fake news. The only thing was we were thinking of sending them on commercial flights, and then we realized it. Logistically, it would have been a nightmare. 100 bag we have, so it would have been a nightmare. So the decision was made to do a chartered flight and that way. So it was only a matter of finding the right flight at the right price. But that was made up a long time. Everybody in agreement. We and the Marlies them agree. So that was the road. No, not like that. That's fake news.
Yeah, man. I saw the stories them today, and I said, no, I'm not buying this. And I'm actually glad you're there, because I don't think you would actually sit down in the Netherlands and no, Marcus Garvey, that's what Mr. Speedy is in the Netherlands right now with the Reggae Girls. So I don't think you would actually sit in the Netherlands with the Reggae Girls and make them not have a flight to go to the World Cup. Like I couldn't wrap my head around it today. So me go lower that one here. I'm not gonna do any stories on anything like that because I don't want to stir up anything.
No, and the training good, kept the vibes high. Look here, with everybody have issues. As you know, Canada bankrupt, but we have a thing planned. And them training good, and we sponsor treat we good. Them deal with the Adidas, thanks to them deal with our everything over here for us with the camp. No, we're good, man. Them in a good spirit, so we are gonna do what we have to do.
Bala kick. Yeah, man. All right, Mr. Speed. Thank you.
I mean, I return back to Jamaica Saturday still, but I not go with them. But this was important for me to come here and make sure say most things are possible.
Yeah, man. Them say sometimes if you want things done good, you have to do it yourself, right? Yeah, man. Thank you again very much. Thank you for coming to again, Mr. Speed. Thank you. So we're looking forward to Sunday. I think the spirit is high, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this matchup. And guys, I will be in the press conference. Mr. Speed, them say me ask the coach too much tough question in the press conference. Remember, me have to ask Leon Bailey when I'm now pass the ball. And you say him change him game?
Yeah, well, this, as me say, is a professional coach. We have, me not think in mind, the man is a professional by, in a bow-time world. So me not think in mind. And you need to ask the tough questions. I mean, you can't give him some softball sometimes. Ask him a tough question.
Yeah, it's
JT,
anytime him
ask some
win.
questions.
No, anytime the coach forget softball questions, me just nobody go a press conference. Him know say, yo, JT sending a softball question. People,
That's the thing, JT, man. You give one hard and give one soft. So
Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Yo, me see a clip with a kid asking questions in the Concacaf press conference. I'm not hear none of the fans them. I say, how the little boy they reaching there. So people, press conference, sometimes people want some kind of highlight coming out of these things. You can't just go in there and say, coach, great job. As I said, I want to ask the coach about that 70th minute. I break down the game in 4 quarters, 22.5. If that's all, we reach 45. I can't count good. But people, that last 22, that between the 70 and the 90, we lose focus a bit sometimes, especially when we make substitution, Mr. Speed. We kind of get a bit giddy.
Let me teach you something about coaching. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You see, second half, then call it the pressure half. You see this,
Okay.
this second quarter, in the second half, are the worst half for every coach. Why? If you lead where you want,
win.
The game for done. The
Yeah,
time for run out. If you're
want lock up
behind, you
shop.
don't want the time run out. So we know, you say, if you manage that last quarter there, are the most difficult thing for your coach to do.
Okay.
Regardless of where he is in the game. Because and you have to keep the game in a perspective in a real time, and if you try to figure out what are the best technical, tactical decisions you need to make. So I think it is, that's where the big coach make them box still. But
exactly.
So and the players is the same thing. You have to make the players calm to, So it's a work with the coach have to, and sometimes he doesn't get it right because it's so difficult to get right.
And that's what I say, Mr. Speed. I wanted to ask the coach, is there a way where we can get to reset them? Because it just seems like right there, we just kind of, remember, and if you look on the games when Jamaica lose or draw games, are right between the 70th and the 9th. One thing the coach has worked out, we used to come out of the first half sometimes a bit slow. You see that quarter that we talk about, or after the first half, Jamaica used to lack in the World Cup qualifiers. We dropped a lot of goals in that 20 minutes after the first half. This coach has nullified that. But I've seen it on the back end on the 70th minute. It's just something we want to ask him if it's something that he sees that we need to just maybe have somebody wake up the team there like, guys, let's take it home. No, we've done the hard work.
Yeah, you have to learn game management. From this our game management, But the referee, card, you have to know what you're doing, your manager. And then quick fling the card by that time, Because them a look out for you too. You have to manage it.
With this coach, I see him this thing I go fix. As them game, I think it's just a practice match for him when I see it with the team. And I think him go work. Them things there work on in a training now.
Yeah. Because see people that beat me.
Methodical and scientific. So JT, if you see it, him see it. Trust me.
Me know him see it. Me see it. Because I ask the coach a question in there, and the coach, after John Wall give me like a concrete wall answer, the coach say, yeah, but JT, yeah, we're working on that. So the coach automatically say, when me see, him know already. So that even tell me, say, me not see wrong people. And when me point out these things, we just want to close the gap.
Who tell him? I see him general when the answer you tell him here. Because that man is a freak when it comes to analytics. That man, if you ever talk to him 15 minutes, him shock you.
Yeah. Jam no one. I buck him up a Sweden man, because my daughter is Swedish, so we must run into him a Malmo or something. The final question, Mr. Speed. Somebody said to ask you about your player, Kahim Paris, because me give him the belt too, Kahim Paris is a player where everybody on YouTube, including myself, we call for Kahim Paris. I see Kahim Paris have this habit, Mr. Speed. He gets the ball on the wing and he stops the play, and when he passed it back in the middle, somebody intercepted. And I'm wondering if what's going on with Kaim Paris. What's Kaim Paris true position, Mr. Speed? You
He's
know
a
the
winger.
play.
He's a winger, but we don't play with a winger. And it's the same thing, something that was explained to you like a while. If day in, day out, he's playing wing, and then now he's playing right midfield. In outer starts, he's not in the right position where he should be. Day in, day out. And I think it's affecting his play. But don't anybody think Kaim Paris is not quality. Don't fool yourself. That boy have probably the most upside. He's just fine. But you see, a lot of times he come to the Jamaica team and him don't get no game. Him come and just carry the handbag, warm the bench, warm it. Not even a minute some time get. And him travel from where Ukraine. When him hear gunshot of fire around him and he still not get no game. So if you look on the minutes, it's low on half a game.
But he's gonna get his chance and he's getting it now.
Yes, but before, he was always just traveling and not play.
That's true.
Come all the way to Jamaica, no game. Go past Jamaica, go Mexico, no game. Not even a minute. So now, it might take some time for second. I mean, this is big man football, you know. Everybody have a learning curve.
Yeah. And I think you pointed out to me, and I think Marlon hit it early again with Javian Brown. So that's probably what I'm seeing then. Like, it's a little bit up, because what I've seen with Kaim Paris is too, he looks a little bit more dangerous when he gets a little bit in closer to the strikers. I don't know, in the Jordan game, the coach moved him a bit closer to the striker and he looked a bit more effective with his run. And when I was looking at some highlights from his club, some of his runs came through that. He wasn't just straight down the flank. He kind of came in at an angle.
Like an underlap instead of a overlap.
Yes. So maybe, as I said, maybe I will give him. You come save him. You come save him today. You come save him couple lashes.
Give him some time.
We are give him some time. He's in around the team, and people, these players are gonna get their opportunities and they have to take it, because as we said, the Juta bus are full up. And when you look at the core right now, Kaim Paris is a part of the core. Rolando Cephas, Mr. Speed, before you leave, because a long time we not see up on YouTube. So the fans them ask, Rolando Cephas, you think he deserve a look in at some point down the line?
Yes, but the problem again, we're not using wingers. So that is we're not, you have to pick horses for courses. We're not using wingers. That's why Bobby Reed's so important. Can also play right back and him can do the back and forth. Because that position, out there, so, you have to work really hard, if you do the right thing, up and down. If you get the wing back and go for the help in attack. So Cephas now is more of an out and out winger. Just like Paris. They are going to struggle, Norman Campbell, same thing. They are going to struggle a little bit in a 4-4-2 system. But we see why. But I think pretty soon, he's gonna force himself in and he have to get a look in.
Devon,
Coach Speed, I really don't think so. Because Mr. Gray come in at the team and fit in to that position with a ease.
No,
so
it's a bit different with Gray. It's a bit different with Gray.
I don't take it nowhere, but you talk about I'm educated in Europe, Come on, how much time we go through that already with him? Him know everything about football from him at 12 and 13 and 14, how to do. In other words, when a coach give him instruction, a pro license coach, he understand what the coach has right away. That's a different education, Think about it. His education is at the top. The best education where football have in the world come from Europe now. That's the education that Gray go through. Easier for him adapt.
It's like a high school and a Harvard grad.
Yeah. Me can step back and do what you tell me to do, even though I'm not used to it. Because
I really think this have to do with quality of players.
Then where you get quality from? Education.
Yeah, because if you're gonna break it down to attributes, you're gonna go for speed, skill, awareness, and then it's gonna be the ball education side of it.
Yep.
Okay.
But JT, in that case, so Paris, I don't think it's the education part.
Why?
No, it's a mental thing, my friend. No, Dan, Listen, there's 5 of these players. I
These,
think. Let me
these
tell you.
players watch football day in, day out, and
No,
they
no,
play
no, 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 no.
football in
Dan.
professional
Watching
at the end
football,
of the
you
day.
watch football every day and you're not going to run out there for Manchester United. Me sure of that.
Exactly.
You watch football every day, brother. Watching football, and when you're out there, number one, if you make adrenaline take over, you run like a wild horse out there and even touch a ball. I saw football, still you just a run. If you don't know what you do, you have to know how to. As I said, there's a couple of these players that I think the mental side of their game affects them. Lamar
The other
Walker.
thing is, Carla, the other thing to, sorry, the
Go ahead,
other
go
thing
ahead.
to you see, a lot of coaches might decide that Demar Gray can attack more and Bobby Reed stay back to make that extra person in a defense, you know. So that's so when the defense shift, Bobby Reed come and cover back. So don't be fooled say him they start in a similar position but them play the same thing, you know. Coaches not play that no more. Maybe one of them keep on going at the attack and the next one just catch. So that's why you probably cost Bobby Reed, but the role where he might play is different from where you think he might play. 'Cause that's what it, you know. So you have to think about that too.
Yeah, man. As I said, Mr. Speedy, a couple of these players have that issue, you know. Lamar Walker, Junior Flemings, Norman Campbell. These players, they have all the attributes that you need to be a footballer. But I think the mental side, you can see that they didn't get that education at a young age. So it's almost like they're learning backwards. They like to get that to add to their attributes.
Yeah. Plus, Demar Gray is what, 26? And I mean, I Premier League, you know how much minutes him have on that belt where him have a top class man around him? He can adjust easier than anybody else.
Yeah. Frank Lampard, them coach him like, well, Lampard was not the best, but yeah, man. Either way, Mr. Speed, I think you made a good call bringing in this head coach, and I think that statement that you made, I didn't take that statement lightly because it had to come from a person like you, because it was stated that you guys were using the national team as a cook shop, when I sell box lunch, when just a sell players. So no, I think when you made that statement that the national team will no longer be a auction for players going abroad. Players need to develop, work hard at your club, make that move, and when you make that move, you kick on. And Jamaican players, work off the field on yourself. You have to, when you look on Cristiano Ronaldo, them coming a preseason. They come in a preseason like a mid-season, brother. You see the man not even get him one girl pregnant, him donate him sperm. The man no plan to do no other activity than play football. It's
I don't know work.
Yeah, the man just football. It takes certain sacrifice, brother, to be that good in a football, brother. So a lot of our players can't just go drink up NSC when the season done and expect say you have to come hype up yourself with some man that drink not that are just water and work out. The man they're gonna be ahead of you.
You have to remember say Christie is a multi-billion-dollar walking brand, you know. So you have to expect that from Christie.
No, but he didn't just become that without just getting the money. He put in the work, my friend. It's the work ethic. You have to put in the work, my youth. At that, your off season, I think too much players just say, all right, my off break. Remember, in the even Devon Porter, you know why me beat Javian Brown. He came back, played for Jamaica in the national stadium like him just walk out of Burger King. You cannot do that. He looks like he's back in football shape. Shamar Nicholson did that at one point. Put on a whole bunch of weight, looks sluggish. No, the game doesn't wait on anybody. One youngster out there say, what? I'm going to start for Jamaica. How I want to run out there? You know
all
much.
All of the great players, whether it's football, basketball, any ball, in the off season, then work on a new moves or work on something them with weaker. So when you come the next season, you say, but him supposed to have a weakness, and no, him not have it no more. He work on something during the off season, not put on weight or them work on them body strength, but them work on something during the off season, and we need to follow that.
Yeah, man. That's it. JT asks Mr. Speed what he thinks about Nelson and Dwight McNeil. So he's
Which Nelson?
Reese Nelson.
Oh, is that we would be honored to have him? What are you talking about?
Well,
It would be something
we're
else.
gonna get him. Devon
I
Porter,
think so.
right now.
I think so.
Devon Porter, your phone should have hot right now. And we're gonna get him. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Speed. 3 more of those. What we want, Mr. Speed, is that players on the bench are pushed players on the field. And then
Yes.
players who's not in the team is pushing players on the bench
Yes.
in the team.
No free lunch.
No free lunch.
Somebody never come here on holiday.
No, that's
Agree.
not the national team. Guys, have fun with your teams and do what you want to do. The national team represent 3 million people on the island, and we don't know how much million in the diaspora. We don't really have time to watch you figure it out on with TV set. I'm sorry. Work
And
that
if
out
you
for
is
your own.
if you is a player that you must learn to figure out how you are going to start in your club. You can't bench and play and want to come play for the national team. You must go figure out how to start in your club. All of the trial and tribulations where you are going through in your club, figure it out.
Yeah,
then
man.
you come play for our national team. Because that time we know say, you know what to do when you're in trouble.
Yeah, man. And me know Mr. Speed more time and Devon never, me don't know the clickings, but Devon is one of the man them, he's a ghostwriter. He's behind the scene writing those hit songs, contacting some of those players. So, you know, we just want to get everybody together, and because the thing look like it go turn around now, you know. It go turn, and we need to kick off all of the wagonists them before and make the people them we are putting in the job when Jamaica lose and win. The people them know. So Devon Porter, you know where you stand with me. I appreciate what you've done for Jamaica and what you're continuously doing. Ian
No,
Campbell.
that's true. That's true about Devon. You know, him have him ways, but him serve up some people more time. Good work.
Yeah, man. Devon Porter. You know, man. From JT up on YouTube, people are gonna always know, say, yo, you're one of them man they out there. Me see you call me, I ask, say, yo, JT, me could put some money together flying out some player from Europe. And I say, Devon, me can't fly and play for fuzzy coach them, brother. Me can't do them, me can't take up the responsibility.
But me nah follow, yo, me tell you something. Me tell you already, you know. Me nah follow that one the way you just said. Me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, if we find one man out of anything you see, and we get 10 love and we find one top player, I'm satisfied.
I understand that, Mr. Speed. But I think Coach Fuzzy also, we don't want any more coaches coaching the teams who don't talk to the media. We want our coaches, Mr. Speed, to start developing a professionalism even from the youth level. I never hear Fuzzy speak before, you know. I don't know what Fuzzy voice sound like, you know. I just see Fuzzy up on the sideline with the team them.
That's the interview now, JPL, man. But you're correct.
Yeah, the national team. It must go start. Let us know what you're trying to do. Even I can see, even Marion Garden, we always have beat Marion Garden. I think he's improved his social skills under this coach. He looks like he's coming out of his shell. I think this coach is giving him more confidence. I don't know if you see that, Mr. Speed. It looks like the coach is giving him a free rein to basically learn and express. He looks like
this coach is a professional coach. This man have a schedule of 4 years worth of match already ensure we are at the board level. You know, so this is what I'm wanting for 4 years. This man a professional coach. You understand me? I tell you this. I mean, oh boy.
Yeah. all right. Yeah, man. That's you know the thing goes, Stefan, man. We just want Jamaica to be in some, because even that Nations League, they know them lucky, you know. We would have played a lot of football, and we team would have been even so much further ahead because the Nation League, but we did went there and represented ourselves there, because Mexico deserved that clip there. We did supposed to clip them, but nothing happened before the time. We will catch them again.
And what I'm looking out for in this World Cup more than anything else, because we have gone to World Cup finals before and don't figure in the World Cup qualifier come way down. What I am looking out for is a team that can compete with the big boys. You see, once we get that out of the way, it means when we say compete, it means look like we're capable of beating them, not like we're lucky.
Yeah.
So once we get that out of the way, then we know so when the World Cup qualifiers come around, we're gonna do the business.
Yeah, we're gonna do the business. Because looking at this coach, Mr. Speed, I feel like even some of the game them we will lose. If he was the coach, we would have drawn some of them games there in the World Cup qualifier. I think he would have set us up to at least draw some of those games. But speaking after the race is over, we can do that. But I think it's a good look. So the Copa America should be our intermediate World Cup, people. Because that's where I want, after we do the work in our region, I want to see us go and test ourselves in Copa America. I want us to see that test that Mr. Speed said about the big boys. I want to see how we hold up. I remember the days when Jamaica used to play Brazil. Marlon know them thing there when Edmundo and them man they play Jamaica play against Brazil and them side there. And Brazil never just run over Jamaica neither. They weren't just and we weren't great, but we weren't the easiest team to beat. And that's where we want to get back to a place where Jamaica is a team where even big teams has to strategize to get that result against us. And we're heading in the right direction. We're heading in the right direction and we're going to get there. Let me just take a few more comments before we wrap up the show. Let me see who else is on here. We have Sanjay. Sanjay, let me let you get your piece in. You haven't spoken. Sanjay, you there? Your mic is muted. I think once I see the headphone thing cancel, that means you have to jump off and jump back on. When you see the slash between the headphones, it tells me that you're not connected. So Sanjay, you have to jump off and jump back on. Let me just read a few more comments here. And then we see JT, let's not speak about the coaches, says Devon Porter. Stefan says that's a good point. JT, Christian said JT, so you can't ask Mr. Speed about Dwight McNeil, and we just did that. He said he would love to have that player. Stefan Wright, bless up. If Fuzzy is our best coach, says Colin Quest. Dog name with supper. Tapa shade. Communication into continuation into the World Cup qualifiers, says Devon Porter. I hope JFF I try to get McNeil and Nelson. We're back on that again. Kevin Williams, I'm listening, said Chris Smith, Brian Sims. Yes, we need to have that experience in the Copa America. Yeah, man, that's where we need to. That's what. And we go, but listen, I don't want to look too far ahead. Make we do the work. Make we do the job this Sunday. And we kick on. Make we do the job this Sunday. The more Jamaica win too, we want to have we want to do good content about Jamaica. We want to turn the corner. We want to on YouTube and brag like some side too. Like the Arsenal fan them on some side. We don't want the pan. That's why I say I don't take up the JFF beating thing every day. It's not fun for me. Mr. Speed them have to get it right. And I think with winning as well, they will get it right. You know? There's still some pieces. A great job getting Manning's man in there. And Simon Preston. Mr. Speed, Simon Preston has automatic, like immediately brought a level of professionalism to the media side of the JFF. The man did it in 2 months. Simon Preston did that in 2 months. Professionalism, press conference, Zoom, the thing is kicking. Media group, Instagram. Simon Preston, big up yourself, Simon Preston. And Manning's man being in there, Manning's man, you know, so me beat you more time, but you know that I do also have a lot of respect for you. And I think especially bridging that gap in the diaspora, Manning's man, I think you're going to do an amazing job. As I said, just don't get so upset so easily. And I think you will be okay. I think you'll be okay. So Manning's man, I know you will do the right thing and get this thing working. And I'm sure you're learning as well, getting a lot of experience being in a professional environment. That's good. Two YouTubers, well, they have their professional lives outside of YouTube. One a pioneer, one a coach, and all that good stuff. And those people are making an impact.
Which one of them a coach?
Is Manning's man have a coaching license?
All right. So, JT. So let me explain something to you. we at the JFF, we know say we do enough things wrong. So me are the first one to admit it. Right? But you can see say we not jog on the spot. We are making improvements, but we don't have the money if we just make it all at once. So we are making it gradually. If you notice, we're bringing our next physical trainer. You notice the high press now it look. That's not by accident, you know. We're bringing a new physical trainer from overseas who work with the players them. So that's not by accident. So we have to take with time, one-on-one, improve everything what we have to do. Because we have the frequent discussion on what we have to do. And if you don't think we don't see nothing yet, when you don't see nothing, we still have come with more things. So just be patient, man, and wait.
Yeah, man, it's gonna get better, man, and good job moving forward, man. It feels good, brother. It feels like a breath of fresh air. Remember, you know, we in a Gold Cup and with the bus did late yesterday, but me know say that people, me sure say I know the JFF made the bus late yesterday. Me sure, cause some fans say JT Kuya joke thing the bus late. The whole of the players them line up. You see me I say, but people.
Well, we not drive bus.
Yeah, me know say I can't the JFF make the bus late.
No, I know we not in charge of transportation and those tournaments at Concacaf.
Yeah. And people we have to just use we head sometimes and understand and blame the JFF for what we blame them for and so yes, something my bun all I go. Take the boot from out of your mouth, JT. Nani, I say me a boot lick right now. Cha. Man, I say me turn boot licker to the
we know what we want to achieve. We are going to work up 2026 by any means necessary. And we are going to put the resources and everything we can find in place to happen. And we are going to have some serious news about the Reggae Girls them in the near future, but we're not ready for bust that out yet. So we step up like no others. I mean, like you're really be proud of us in a medium term run.
All right, people. All right. Yo, our next show, man, that was a banging one. Tomorrow we will be back, but the press conference will be on Saturday. I think that press conference will be spicy. We'll be there. I promise you guys, we'll be there. We'll be there. And I like how the coach handle things, and we're looking forward to this game. I feel good that Jamaica is actually going into a game on the front foot because the last Gold Cup we lost to Costa Rica, I think, and went into the second round and we just, flag out. So I think we're going in the second round here on the front foot, which is pretty good. It's been a while since Jamaica has been on the front foot for anything. You see me? I say so. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Marcus Garvey say, Concacaf say, oh God, me now go there, so Marcus. Jamaica Guna, big up yourself. Yo, we have got to change Andre Blake's name. He's no longer the wolf boss, Jamaica Guna. He's actually passing it out of the back. Me see, yo, we have to watch what we are talking about. Me see the man all try shift people in our box now, Guna. Yo, me see the man start shift people in the box. So we have got to say, yo, we want you to pass it out of the box that actually shift people in the box. But yeah, Andre Blake look motivated. He looked like he's back on message. He looks like we're up for doing big things. Guys, until next time, it is what time here? 12:30 our time. Good thing still, me have no work tomorrow and it's a long weekend. Yeah, man, still have to wake up, bring my daughter go to school. And yeah, try prepare some good content for you guys again. So until next time, everybody, bless upon yourself. All right, peace out.